2, 1. What's up, everybody, and welcome to What the Funcast, episode 117. It's E3 season. It's not even pre-3 season anymore. Get out of here, Ahmed. It's E3 season.
What you were saying, but then you threw me off. I'm sorry.
All right, are you done? Can I finish my jingle here, please? Shut up.
Go.
It's E3 season, everyone. It is June 9th, 2021. We are back in the swing of a proper E3. It's digital, but it's real. And joining us for some hot E3 predictions and to come through the show with us is Logan. Hello, Logan.
Thanks for having me again.
Of course.
So, y'all that have been, you've been on a wild ride. If you've been in the Twitch stream, if you're listening to this on your podcast service of choice, then you're getting the meat and potatoes. But we had some technical difficulties, so y'all got to see an in-depth glimpse into that. But anyway, yes, Logan is joining us. Ahmed is here with his hat and in tow.
Where's your hat? Did you take it off? Oh,
I took off my hat.
wow.
Yeah,
Could have been Hat Gang.
I'm a fraud. So Ahmed, tell us about your hat.
I am long overdue for a haircut, and my hair is bird's
No, I'm not asking about your haircut or your bird's nest. I want to know about your hat.
Specifically a hat. The hat is from Pacific Rim 2. I forgot what it was called. It was given out for free at New York Comic Con, and it's the only hat that I own, and that's about it.
It's the only hat that you own?
Yeah, I don't really wear hats. I just
interesting.
But when I have, a disaster of a mess on my head, then I'm like, you know what? This can come in handy. It's not half bad.
Okay. Ahmed, tell us about your shirt.
The shirt is from Carowinds in Charlotte, North Carolina. That's about it.
Oh, okay. All right. Very interesting. All right. We already went through Logan's shirt and all the Pokemon on it. We'll leave that as a twitch.tv/whatthefuncast exclusive for Patreon support. No, I'm kidding.
Patreon supporters? Oh, my God.
I'm totally kidding. All right. So let's jump into it. We've got an action-packed show here. I told Ahmed, let's just do an E3 predictions. And then today at 4 p.m., 5 p.m., he's like, we got to do a whole show. We got plenty of content. So here we are.
I assumed that's what we were doing the whole time. I didn't realize we were just doing predictions. I don't have nearly enough predictions to cover an entire, even a half hour. Maybe a 10-minute thing tops.
When I say fake ass, y'all say Ahmed. Anyway, fake ass. Okay,
Ahmed.
there. You're up. All right, so let's jump right into it. Gentlemen, Ahmed, we'll start with you. So, Logan, it's been a while since you've been on. But anyway, in the very beginning of the episode, we go through kind of what we've been playing or watching or whatever for the week. So while you get a chance to think about that, Ahmed, what have you been up to?
Basically nothing. I played a bunch of Overwatch last night. And the night before to finish up the event, which I did, and I got the...
It only went for 3 weeks, right?
Yeah, it was pretty short. I didn't play any of the modes.
That was really frustrating.
Yeah, and it's annoying because to get every skin, you have to win. You get to play 27 games, but if you won a game, it counted as 2. I was like, this is taking forever. Yeah, that's why I didn't get the Ana one. So whatever.
Well, it's pretty easy when you jump into a game and they put you in the last 2 minutes of the game or whatever, and you're losing already. So I'm like, okay, whatever. At least it's one.
It counts. Yeah. But that was the annoying part. But I got the Wrecking Ball skin, which I don't even care. I just wanted the stupid Ana one. I'm never going to get it, and I'm mad. But besides that, I didn't really do much else. I did finally watch the Clone Wars movie, so I've bypassed that barrier, and I'm now back into the regular episodes. And the show's really good. Now that I've kind of getting to know characters. When you first start a show, especially watching it out of order, out of release order, because it was released in a certain order, but then it was released not chronologically. So StarWars.com has an official watch order list, and so you kind of jump into season 2, episode 16, and I'm I don't know anything. I don't know who these people are except for Anakin and Obi-Wan. So I don't know. It's very interesting. But now that I'm getting used to the characters and whatnot, I'm enjoying it. And yeah, my sister was visiting the city, so this whole weekend I was outdoors traipsing around New York. We went to the Met and the Spy Museum.
Traipsing? What was the word you used?
Traipsing? Is that not a word?
Traipsing.
Yeah.
Traipsing.
I'm pretty sure it's a word.
I've never heard of that word in my life.
Gallivanting around the city. How about that?
Oh no, traipsing is walk about casually or needlessly. Okay.
Exactly. That's what we were doing.
I've never heard of that word in my life. That's fine. I have the IQ of a squirrel. It's fine.
You're doing great. We went to the Spy Museum, and so it was my second time at that museum. It's this museum in New York where they cover a bunch of different spy shit, real life spy stuff. But they had a special exhibition that was new for 007, and they actually had the not that I'm a huge fan of 007 or anything, but they had the Aston Martin in Goldfinger there, the actual one used in the movie. and apparently it cost them $15 million to obtain. So
hello,
cool. Who's rich? So
imagine it must feel some type of way when you look at something and you're like, wow, this is worth more than I'll ever be worth my entire existence.
It was a lot. I was like, and am I allowed to like touch it? And like I tapped it with a finger. That was it. But
even worse when it's another human being that's worth more than you'll ever be worth. But
anyways, I don't think I've ever gotten that close to someone worth that much money. I don't think I ever will. Who knows? Unless I become the person worth that much money. But let's be real. Probably not.
They call him Ahmed 15 million G.
15 million G's? Anyways, but yeah, I didn't really do anything else besides that. I still haven't watched The Conjuring 3. I did have tickets to go see it on Friday night, but I bailed because I was tired. But it's also available on HBO Max, so there's no real reason to see it in theaters. But maybe
how's that movie been doing?
I don't know. It's doing well at the box office, but I feel like it's not. It's been critically received like fairly well, like 60-ish% Rotten Tomatoes, I think. So it's like, I don't know. We'll see. I'll watch it one day.
Wait, when does In the Heights come out? This week, right?
In the Heights comes out this weekend, yes.
In the Heights is getting very good reviews. It's at a 96% right now.
Ooh.
Peter Rabbit 2, however, is sitting at a 72%.
Wow.
The Conjuring is sitting at a 59%.
Oof. Anyways, dropped from 60s. It's fine. I wasn't expecting it to be fantastic, 74? But I'm still excited.
Spiral from the Book of Saw, 36%. Anyways,
I
haven't. Oh my god, I have been dodging Loki spoilers all day.
Oh yeah, Loki came out today. Anyways,
yeah, I didn't watch it yet. Watch it later.
Yeah, we'll watch
Luca. Luca comes out in 9 days. I totally forgot about that.
Already? Anyways.
Yes, June 18th.
Oh, I'm happy that. Is it coming out in theaters too? That's something that I would want to see in theaters. I think
Disney Plus only.
Really?
Yeah, free on Disney Plus.
That's.
Ahmed, we talked on the podcast.
We talked about how it's not Premier Access, but I didn't realize that it was going to be free. Yeah. Or I mean, didn't realize that it was not going to theaters at all. Sorry, I'm confusing myself.
Literally said,
I didn't realize it was going to be not in theaters at all. Because Soul was in theaters for a little bit, wasn't it? Or am I hallucinating?
Nope, you're hallucinating again. You're hallucinating a lot tonight. Are you okay?
That is
call life alert.
Unfortunate. Maybe I should drink some water.
Water. Well, anyways, that sounds very exhilarating.
Was it? It was kind of exhilarating. What have you been doing? What have you been up to?
Let's jump over to Logie. Logie, what have you been playing?
Let me dodge a bullet real quick.
Well, here, I can go through my stuff real quick. It's very short and sweet and not much of anything. I played some Tetris 99 last night, which is like, I don't know, I'm in this rut, still in this rut. Please, louder. Virus and threat protection screaming in my ears. I've been in this rut of like trying to find a single player game to like dive into, and I just can't bring myself to do it, which I don't know, probably has a lot of factors as to why that's happening. But I booted up Tetris 99 last night and played a few rounds, and it's very, I don't know, it's stress relieving to me. I know it's just anyone that watches me play it. But it's something. But I played a lot. Overwatch. I actually got all 3 skins, which is unheard of. That's like, I don't know. I usually never get those skins. So, did we drop? What?
We're like,
what are you
you're lagging, but maybe it's me lagging. I don't know. Something's lagging, but it's better now.
It's you lagging. Yeah, it's you lagging because the stream dropped. I came back.
Sorry. But anyways, Carla knows what I was talking about. I was rubbing my hands like, boy, if I got a game for you.
Are you going to say Hades?
Yes, of course I'm going to say Hades.
Oh my god, shut the hell up. Anyways.
No.
All I saw was Carla go, Carla goes, I know what you want to say. And I'm like, what did I miss? Anyway. But yeah, I haven't been able to jump into anything, and I've been playing Overwatch more and more because it's just quick, and I don't know, I got all 3 of the skins, and so I played some Tetris 99, and then what I did end up booting up The Messenger, and The Messenger is a game that I got really far in, and there was a mechanic that was introduced. I thought I beat the game, but then it introduced a new mechanic, and I'm like, anyways, I don't want to play this anymore. So I booted that up last night, and then played, and I'm like, oh man, I forgot how much fun this is. And then I like played for like 15 minutes, and then I ended up back at the same spot that I started at, and I'm like, wait, how the hell did I get here? Anyways, I got pissed and turned it off and played Tetris instead. So
you have like no patience.
I don't. Well, I didn't. Haven't over the past, I don't know, year. But yeah, I don't know. I'll see. There's like I got really far in Hollow Knight. I got to pick that back up again and beat it. I got really far in The Messenger. I got to pick that back up and beat it. There's these games that I want to beat. I just like, you ever get to a point in a game where you get frustrated with where you're at because you like don't know at all how to go from there. Like you get to a point you just don't know where to go next, and that's like where I'm at with a couple games. And Hollow Knight and The Messenger are two of them. They are so much fun. They're fantastic games. I'm just at this spot where I like need to just sit down and go in circles for an hour and figure out like how to get back on track and then continue on.
That's what you guys do with Hades.
Oh God, I know. Well, I can.
Game.
It's like I don't know. I didn't want to say this, but I feel like the addiction to games. Like I feel like I can't get addicted to games anymore. Like it's just I don't have the time, and it's like
you don't
get,
like them anymore.
Well, Logan,
damn,
you don't like video games anymore. That's what you're trying to realize. You just haven't got there yet.
Probably it just hasn't hit me in the face yet. But yeah, I guess that's where we're getting to, huh? No, I like if I play like an Uncharted game, we'll say, right, and like I get hooked on that, I'll play it to the end because I want to know what's going to happen or whatever. Like Ratchet and Clank, I hadn't played that in forever. I picked it back up and I really enjoyed it. And like that's a game I want to go play. Like I want to go play that game because it's easy, it's not anything hard. But then at the same time, I'm like, oh, Rift Apart comes out on Friday. I'm just gonna play that one instead because I don't know. It's a mental thing. But anyway, enough of the dragging of me. I'll get into single player games at one point. Probably not Hades, but I'll get into it. So anyway, Logan, the moment we've all been waiting for. Tell us about all 37 games you played this week.
I've played a lot of games. At first I was like, man, I haven't played anything. I've just been busy, and I actually played a lot over the weekend. First, I guess the best of them all is DC Superhero Villains for Switch, whatever that game is. It's absolutely so. I collect Switch games, so I buy trash games, and that was a first party Nintendo game. So I thought, oh, well, I'm gonna buy this, and I'll just try it. Like I like DC, not really DC Teen Supergirls is my thing, but that game is really bad.
I thought you were gonna say that game was really good.
I cannot even understand how you bought that game.
It's so bad. It's like a 3DS game, okay? So like you'll be standing in an area, and then in the background, this character will be animating at literally 3 frames per second. It's so
no,
it's so bad.
I was really ready for you to be like, that game was fantastic. Surprisingly,
it's probably the worst game I've ever played. It's bad.
Yikes!
I haven't seen any reviews for it anywhere. So if you were waiting on that, it's an awful game.
I'm literally trying to Google them right now, but there's one on Nintendo Life. These girls just want to have fun.
What did they give it?
They gave it a 7 out of 10.
No way, absolutely no way.
Lots of little missions to undertake in Metropolis. Nice visuals that represents the show's art style well.
Nice visuals?
Camera can be awfully ropey at times. Repetitive music starts to grate after a while. Some of the tertiary characters lack character.
I'll tell you what, Logan's gonna be laughing his way to the bank when this game's worth $10,000 because nobody buys it.
That or it'll be like Sushi Striker and it'll be worth $5 in 6 months. Or
I mean,
Oh
I see what you mean by 3DS game. It doesn't look great, so I don't know what they're talking about visually. Maybe it was just a generous 7. They were like,
I mean, really, the frame rate of background characters moving was really the pop out thing for me, where they were moving at, like literally, you could see the frames. It was.
Maybe they couldn't see. Maybe they couldn't see the screen.
Maybe the screen was too small, so they couldn't see it when they were troubleshooting. Oh my god!
So,
what else, Logan? What else have you been playing?
I played some good games. I played Monkey Barrels, and that's like a Switch indie game. I think it's like $10 maybe. I don't know. Is that right, Paul? Do you know?
I'll check it up now. I think it was either 10 or 15 when you were telling me about it.
It's a top-down twin-stick shooter. You play as a monkey, and appliances, electronics have come alive, and you're just going through the area with different weapons and stuff. It's really cool. I like that a lot.
Does it have that weird? I'm looking at it now. It has like, well, I guess not really. It almost has like that Crossy Road looking art style to some extent. Maybe not. Never mind. It's just some aspects.
Kind of looks a little bit like some of the textures are just like pixelated on purpose.
Like Minecrafty, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not exactly like that, and I don't know. I think I like the art style. I think it looks nice.
It's fun game.
Then, yeah, in between each level, you go to this like Splatoon-esque area, and you spend like your currency, and you can get new weapons and stuff. It was a lot of fun. I played a couple hours of that, and then I played Hades.
Nintendo Life also gave Monkey Barrels a 7 out of 10.
Well, it's a good game. um, Hades. Played a couple hours of that. I've played it before. It's a really good game. Excellent. Yeah, you should play that, Paul. It's very good.
He knows what
Guys,
he knows
I've
what's up.
played a good amount of Hades. I haven't played like
good amount?
100 out.
You've played like 2 hours. The receipts will be
Go
reviewed.
check. Go check. Go check.
Checking right now.
I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's a good game. But Mighty Goose is probably better.
Mighty Goose? Who the hell's Mighty Goose?
Did you not see my post? I posted it in our little chat. It's like Metal Slug, but with a goose. You play as a goose.
I wouldn't go as that. I don't know about all that.
He said,
I don't know about all that. Let's see. Hades.
All right, let Logan continue. You can drag me as he's finishing.
I want to know my playtime on that too. I actually don't really know.
Hades isn't even on your list of recently played things. The last thing on your thing is Baba Is You in the Balan Wonderland demo. That's how long it's been since you played Hades. And that was like months ago, because I remember you streaming that.
I don't have to tell you, bro.
Paul's a fake and a liar and a scammer. Logan, where you at? Logie has played Hades
for a little while.
4 hours or more.
Hey, that's not bad.
I think I have like a combined total of 130 hours in that game across PC
And yet
Switch.
you still haven't beaten Breath of the Wild. Justin's beat it 175 times.
Because
Justin has beat it. He's beat it the same number that you have hours in Hades.
And
Justin, back me up in the chat.
And what about it? Hades is a good
You're
game,
whack.
and it's deserving of my time.
Logan, ignore Ahmed. Keep going.
Okay, the last thing, I think I played more, but it's not really jumping out. Fortnite, I played a little bit of that. The new season came out.
How was it?
I mean, I literally played it on lunch the other day, so I haven't got to play much at all. But I got a postcard in the mail that said they're coming, and that came in like 2 weeks ago, and nobody knew what it was. And then it's finally Aliens in Fortnite. But it's interesting. I don't really have enough playtime to give impressions on it.
Did you get the so you said, did you get the battle pass? You said there isn't a battle pass, or it is?
Well, there's a battle pass, but there's like 10 pages of unlock. So traditionally in Fortnite, you would get the battle pass, and then as you level up, you would get the reward, right? But on this one, you get like stars, and as you level up and do different missions, you get stars to buy unlocks. So say you want like a character rather than a backpack or an emoji or whatever, you can choose what you want. It's just structured a little bit differently in terms of the way that the progression works.
So you mean in the new model, I wouldn't have had to get to level 100 to get Grogu?
But you would still have to do that. You have to spend a certain number of stars or hit a certain level before you can get to the next page of rewards.
No.
So it's still very similar. They just kind of changed it just a little bit in terms of you can get some things before others on that specific page.
Interesting. Okay. Fair enough.
Shit about shit.
Anyway, I do want to try Fortnite. Fortnite, the new season looks a lot better than Primal. Okay, see, Justin said he only has a 480 hours.
He's only beat it 5 times.
Oh, he's only beat it 5 times. Okay.
Only.
Well, so for every 20 hours that you've had in Hades, Justin has beat it once.
What?
Beat Breath of the Wild because you said you have 100 hours in Hades.
Something like that.
So for every 20 hours of Hades that you've played, Justin has beat Breath of the Wild once. 20 times 5 is 100. I mean, don't hurt yourself.
I see the connection that you're trying to make, but it still doesn't make sense. Anyways, whatever. Shall we move on to the hot news?
Let's move into it. So let's get this one right out of the way. We ain't got no time for entertainment, but Ahmed insists that we cover this, which is not a bad idea. So this one comes from comicbook.com, who mentions that Disney Plus announces new series produced by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and Danny Garcia. So Disney's taking audiences behind the attraction in a new 10-part streaming series from Jungle Cruise executive producers Dwayne Johnson and Danny Garcia. Directed by Brian Volkweiss of The Toys That Made Us and narrated by Paget Brewster? Paget?
I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Of Criminal Minds and DuckTales fame. Behind the attraction, quote, gives viewers an exclusive peek behind the curtain of the most beloved attractions and destinations at Disney's parks and resorts around the world. From Jungle Cruise to It's a Small World to the Haunted Mansion to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. All 10 episodes are available to stream starting Friday, July 16th on Disney Plus. Interesting. So it's going to be a hard drop there.
As opposed to like one a week or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, as opposed to one a week. So, I mean, this is good stuff. You better believe I'll be watching. And yeah, just like the Imagineering story.
Yes, good stuff. I'm looking forward to that. All right, into the hot news gaming. A lot of these things are just like little tidbits, so we can probably run through them pretty quickly. But we have a bunch in the general section. Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake has been delayed again. So we will probably not see this at E3, and that's probably why they dropped this at this time. So this one comes directly from their Twitter page. They, tweeted the standard picture with the logo and the text, and it says, "Hello, Prince of Persia fans. Ubisoft Forward is around the corner, and we wanted to use this time to thank you for the amount of support you've shown us in the past year. As you might have already read, Prince of Persia: Sands of Time remake will not be in the Ubisoft Forward. We are making great progress for our game to release next year, but we are not ready to share any additional information just yet. We will share an update as soon as we are ready. Till then, we wanted to express our appreciation for your continued support, as well as your patience with us on our journey. We're looking forward to the moment when we will all be able to share more with you." Okay, so it's not technically delayed. It's just they don't have any. They're like,
no, it's delayed indefinitely. It's delayed indefinitely.
Well,
really
yes, that's been announced before, but it's not like again.
This game was supposed to come out in January of 2021.
It's fine. It'll come next year, according to them. So. We'll see.
I mean, how do you push out a game an entire year like that? I don't know.
Probably because they were like, you know what? Let's not be Cyberpunk 2077. So, Cyberpunk also literally should have come out in like 2024.
Total side note, not that anybody cares, but for those of you that were watching on stream, you notice I just picked up my phone. So I got a call on my other phone, which I'm like, oh, that's weird. Whatever, 732 number. Let me make sure it's not an emergency. I don't know, because of course my head's like
your work phone?
Yeah, okay. My head's like, oh, it's the police department, right? So I don't know, whatever. So I pick it up. Rutgers, my alma mater, is calling me at 8:51 at night. What could you possibly want from me at 8:51 at night? Please.
Money.
Well, I mean, yes, but at 8:51 at night.
Well, yeah, because they call it late so that you're not like, oh, I'm at work, I'm busy, call later, or oh, I'm at dinner, I'm busy, call later. So they call it night, so you're like, I mean, you should be like, call later.
Hey, it's 8:51. You want to pass that accounting number and routing number, please?
No, they do. Yeah, no, absolutely not.
All right. Well, anyway, going back to getting on topic, Prince of Persia. It's funny. I was listening to Kind of Funny, and they were like, one prediction: we hear nothing about Prince of Persia. And sure enough, like this announcement came the day after, which was kind of funny. Haha, it's kind of funny. But yes. So even more exciting. Coming into the next piece here is crossplay is coming to Overwatch. So
finally,
DJing, booping.
Like, please, that's all I've wanted forever. It's almost like too little, too late at this point, but I'm still hyped.
It is. You want cross progression though, not cross play.
Well, yes. So this is kind of the gateway, I think, to cross progression. So this will come.
Did you watch this whole video?
I did. So I could speak to this one, I guess, and you could take.
Oh wait, hold on. This is actually kind of cute. So in the replies, Xbox replied and said, "Cheers, love. The Calvary's here, and here, and here, and here." That's cute.
Oh,
I'm here for it.
Yeah. So this one was just tweeted out directly from the Play Overwatch account, and then there was a YouTube video that they dropped with new game director Aaron Keller discussing the new details of the feature. And basically, so crossplay is coming. For all consoles and PC, including Switch, which I think is almost crazy because Switch is you're such a disadvantage playing on Switch. But the way it works is PC will always so for competitive play, there's no crossplay at all. Competitive will always be console v console. Well, there is crossplay, but only against other consoles. So like when you're playing competitive, it's possible you can play with people on Switch or on Xbox, but you won't be matched with PC. But for all the other modes, that's when console and PC can cross over. And like by default, if you're in a PC, I'm playing on PC and you're playing with, just on, I don't know, you queue up on solo on PC, you're gonna get matched up with other PC players. It's only if you join a party or join a group with another console player that you'll be put into that pool where it's like a mixture. So that's how it works. But yeah, cross progression. He mentioned he's like no cross progression yet. But yet implies that eventually it might come. So we'll see when that happens.
I have bad news. Even your PC version and your Switch versions won't have that Ana skin.
I can't stand you.
Hold on. The replies are actually really funny. Streamlabs goes, console players really hate it when people use mouse and keyboard. Super unfair. Overwatch developers, we hear you. This is now by design. You're welcome.
Oh, they mentioned console mouse and keyboard players will be matched up with PC players.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
Yes.
The person's not about to mess you all up, fam, and a picture of the Joy-Cons, please.
Playing on the Joy-Cons is so bad. It's like impossible.
It really is.
But yeah, no, I'm super looking forward to this. It'll be nice to, I don't know, be able to play with my friends on PC. They're like, oh, we play on PC? I'm like, no, I'm bad at that. But I can play with the controller.
Now you can play with friends on
yes.
PC.
But also, when you do play with PC players, your aim assist on console is turned off. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't we need it now more than ever?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it's like to even the playing field. I'm like, how is this evening it? This is making it worse. Like, I need the aim assist to be competitive.
Oh my God.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Interesting. Well, anyway, there's like, it's so exciting to me because like last E3 we didn't really have an E3, right? Now this E3 it's like starting to feel real. Like it's like we're getting all these updates that have just been, and like, of course, my expectations, right? We're going to have like 2 years worth of updates. It's probably not the case, but that's, my brain. That's what it says. Because we didn't really have an E3 last year. So stuff like this is coming out so quickly where like officially E3 doesn't start until next weekend. Yes. Or this coming weekend, I should say.
I'm hyped.
Speaking of big things happening here, Logan, I'm going to rely on you a lot for this next one. And I think Ahmed would do the same. Battlefield 2042 has been revealed. So this one comes from Nibel on Twitter, @Nibelian, who goes through some Battlefield 2042 details. It was revealed today. Conquest and Breakthrough Return. Oh, the game types.
The modes,
128 players. The game modes, 128 players on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. 64 players on PS4 and Xbox One. 7 massive new maps. Dynamic events and storms, seasons with battle passes, one free and one paid for, comes out on October 22nd. A few additional details include no campaign, no new mode coming called Hazard Mode, and then, quote, a new way to play Battlefield to be detailed at EA Play in July. There's an open beta planned, and the maps will be apparently smaller on last-gen consoles with enhanced terrain deformation. I'm
also wondering... I remember, so no Battle Royale was trending today on Twitter, and it was in relation to this. Are none of those modes Battle Royale-esque at all? I've never really played a Battlefield game, multiplayer.
So I'll let Logan answer that, but hold on, one more thing, and then I'll hand it over to Logan. Eurogamer had an interview so the last tweet of the thread from Nibelian, Eurogamer had an interview with DICE's Daniel Berlin, RE, the lack of campaign, I spelled campaign wrong, Campaign, and Battle Royale mode in Battlefield 2042. So Daniel Berlin had said, quote, I think it's just something that enables us to really lean into what we were best at. Battlefield 2042 design director Daniel Berlin told Eurogamer about the lack of a single-player campaign, something that's been a series mainstay since Battlefield 3. If you look at the DNA of the studio, what we've been doing for so long, we just said, you know what, we're not going to have a traditional single-player campaign this time around. But we're going to put all the emphasis and all those resources into building depth into the multiplayer, because that is what we do best.
Interesting.
And it's $70, by the way.
That's expected.
So, Logan, tell us your thoughts. I think you had probably watched some videos today, maybe, on the reveal?
I watched a little bit. I read about it. So, Battlefield, it's not like Battle Royale. It's like objective based. So, like, you'll have 3 different points to control and whatnot. And, like, the map will change over time and expand as, whatever you're doing. I don't know exactly what they're doing with this one. But
I don't know. I just hear 128 players. I'm like, what are they all doing if not for Battle Royale? Or is it like 2 warring enemies?
It's a big. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's like, and you'll like push, and what, like, if you're playing like a raid or something, and like World of Warcraft, you'd like push back or push forward or something like that. It's more like that.
Interesting.
The map can expand over time. Seeing on Twitter, some people. Or someone, I don't recall who it was, they were talking about how the 128 people is half the size of a PS3 game. MAG on PS3 had 256 players.
Really?
MAG on PS3. Yeah, MAG on PS3 was a hot mess.
MAG, I don't even remember that one. I don't like that. Doesn't even
It's
ring a bell.
a massive. What does it stand for, Logan?
Massive action game, I think.
Defunct massively multiplayer online first-person shooter.
Defunct Land returns.
Anyway, 12 teraflops later, they can only get half of that.
Oh my god, that's so
I mean,
wild.
it's
I mean,
probably-
does it look good?
They didn't show any gameplay. It was all
That's coming at Microsoft's, right?
Microsoft's E3 conference. Yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
It looks. I mean, well, 128 might not be a limitation of hardware as much as it's just that's what they want to do, gameplay wise. I don't know. Like
64
maybe,
on last gen, so.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's the weird thing.
What's the point of more than that, right? I understand. Yeah, maybe they don't need that. They probably don't. I can't imagine a point of more than that amount.
Maybe it was more of a dig that they can only support 64 on the last gen consoles, whereas MAG supported 256 on PS3. But given, I don't know, I'm sure the character's a lot more detailed and require a lot more horsepower to render. I don't know.
Is 2042
kind of funny that they had that? Yeah.
Is 2042 supposed to indicate this in the future?
I would assume so.
I feel like that is true. Yes.
Yeah. Which is interesting. So it's like completely fictional, then like based off of, because the other one's like based off of existing wars or whatever. Like Battlefield 1 had like campaigns from like World War 1. I think I own that, and I like played a little bit of it just to like see how it looked graphically. I think I got it like as part of a Humble Bundle or something. I was like, wow, this is cool, but I don't like using this like musket that I have to like use. I don't know. It was very strange. War games aren't really for me, but
I don't know what the deal is with Battlefield, but interesting. Okay. I know you know nothing about the next one, so I will take the next one. So Fortnite Invasion is Season 8 for Fortnite. So like we touched upon this a little bit, so we don't need to spend too much time on this. But Logan had mentioned you got a postcard in the mail saying they're coming and all this weird stuff, and the internet was kind of set ablaze. So Fortnite continues to kind of, push the status quo of what like any announcement that they make is, right? So they sent out these postcards, it became this big thing, and Logan was like looking on the subreddit trying to figure out what it was, and there was like some idea that it was like had to do with purchases made on im8bit.com and all this weird stuff, and it turned out to be the new season of Fortnite. So you fight back against aliens in Fortnite Invasion. The Fortnite game tweeted out they came without warning, their intentions were unclear, but what's clear now is that a war has come to the island. So the season looks pretty cool. I think it looks cool. Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty is in the game now, and so Superman. The skins, the skins. But the Rick skin looks really cool. It has that like cell shaded, animation look. So I think it looks pretty cool. I'll give it a try. And see, I wasn't a big fan of the Primal season, so I thought that was kind of silly. But this looks a lot more promising. So we kind of touched upon this already. We don't need to spend too much time on it, but
I do want to see I'm curious to see a video of the Morty skin in action, like how it looks in game, because it does look pretty cool.
The Rick skin?
Rick skin, I don't know, whatever. I don't know who's who. I don't watch that show.
Neither do I, but I know names and regurgitating them, man. Come on.
Relax. Anyway. This next one is, big for all three Stadia owners that exist to this day. Stadia is finally, which this is funny because they kind of, and I remember this was like part of the initial pitch when Stadia first came out like over a year ago, but Stadia is finally coming to Google TV and Android TV OS devices. The latter thing is apparently totally brand new, so maybe I'm wrong in recalling how this would work. So it comes from directly the Stadia community blog. Today, our friends at Nest published a blog post revealing that the first version of Stadia on Chromecast with Google TV is launching on June 23rd. In addition, we're excited to announce something entirely new. You'll also be able to play Stadia on compatible Android TV devices starting June 23rd as well. So if you have a Chromecast with Google TV, which is like the one that actually comes with the remote, a Hisense Android Smart TV, NVIDIA Shield TV, and NVIDIA Shield TV Pro, an On FHD streaming stick, I've never even heard of that. Philips TVs with Android on them, and Xiaomi Mi Box 3 and 4. I don't even know what those are either. But if you have them, stay
On is On is like the Walmart brand.
Oh.
ONN, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that one. Interesting. But yeah, so Stadia is now available on those devices. So if you are a subscriber, congrats. If you're not, I don't think you're missing out on much.
No, definitely not.
Definitely not. And remember when
Speaking of not missing out on much, go ahead. Sorry, what?
No, I was gonna say, remember how the last thing that you played like 10 years ago on your Switch was Balan Wonderland?
Oh, yeah, that was a good one too. Good. What happened to the director of Balan Wonderland, Ahmed?
He was
saying
fired.
He went somewhere?
He was fired. Like, no one's surprised. Yuji Naka, writer and director. Oof, he really fucked up. Writer of Balan Wonderland is apparently no longer employed at Square Enix. Presumably he was fired. He might have left, but I think we can all safely assume that.
The way the GIF in this NeoGAF thread is the Balan Wonderland like character like closing the doors. Please.
Yes.
This is not surprising. This is a commercial failure. Balan Bomba World. Yeah, this is. What's sad is that I'm pretty sure he's the co-creator of Sonic.
Is he? I don't know his other credentials.
Yeah, Yuji Naka. I'm pretty sure he's the co-creator of Sonic.
He was the former head of the Sonic team, where he was lead programmer. Yeah, sorry. Of the original Sonic.
Both reading from Google? Go ahead.
We are. So he wasn't like the original creator, but yeah, he had a big hand in the original creation of Sonic. So maybe programmer is his forte and not.
Right. Yeah, okay, so real quick, from Polygon says Sonic's original programmer might retire after Balan Wonderworld flop. Yuji Naka left Square Enix in April. Says he may call it a career.
Oh, he left. Okay.
Quote, I can talk about the reason now, but I hope I can talk about it when the time comes. Naka said in a tweet, the translation comes from Google. 55-year-old developer said he left Square Enix at the end of April. Naka added that, considering his age, quote, I may retire.
What a way to, like, at least go out with a bang. Damn, like, try one more time.
That was a bang.
That was a fizzle, if anything. A little... Very sad. Anyways, as Paul said, this man yeed his last haw. Anyways.
Logan, speaking of bad Switch games, did you buy Balan Wonderland?
No, I didn't buy that. I'm waiting for the Game Pass to never play it.
No, but you got to buy it on Switch. You got to put it next to DC Superhero Girls or whatever.
If it's $5, I will buy it.
That's bullshit. When it hits $20, you're gonna buy it. You're gonna be like, dude, it's gonna be worth so much money. Nobody bought it.
How is it gonna be worth, or how is it not already worth $20? Is my question. What is it selling for right now?
Can't see.
I wonder if I look on like eBay.
Oh wow.
Balan Wonderworld Switch.
Still being sold for $59.99.
Readily available for $38 on eBay. $36.
Oof.
This game is going to be like a doorbuster at $9.99 on Black Friday. As people actually bust down the doors this year.
I'm looking on like Steam reviews because I forgot that it came out on PC as well. This game is from another era. It does not work by today's standards.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
All right.
What a sad
Let's
thing.
pick up the pace a little bit here and get through some of these and get to the meat and the potatoes here. So
Yes.
Riot Games announces Valorant Mobile. We won't go into this too much, but Valorant is coming to mobile, which is surprising. It's not coming to consoles, which is kind of crazy. I figured it would have come to consoles before mobile, but mobile is a big spot for them to get in there. So Eurogamer reports this and reports that Valorant now has 14 million PC players. So it's not too surprising. They're trying to bring Valorant... What?
Sorry. I was going to say, that's kind of crazy to me. Like, I feel like the hype around... Like, the only person I ever see playing Valorant anymore is Zed. I don't know.
Literally.
Like, but I guess, I don't know. I'm not always perusing...
We're not one of the kids playing the hot games. We're still here playing Overwatch.
I'll go on Twitch.tv and just, like, look at what's popular and just see what's happening, just so like I'm in the know, you know. But like Valorant is never really at the top anymore.
So for what it's worth, I was in GameStop yesterday, and the guy that I was talking to that was ringing me up was raving about Valorant, and still actively plays it. I
mean, it's free. We could try it. I remember I tried the demo, and I don't know, something happened. Riot servers were like bad, and it was lagging, so I gave up on it. because it wasn't working. I realized later that it wasn't just a broken game. But we could try it. It's free.
Perhaps we could.
We could indeed.
Perhaps we could. You know what else we could try? We could try getting into the PlayStation news and get to the good stuff here.
Yes. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is doing excellently review-wise. It's sitting at a Metacritic score of 89 as of right now. And it comes out this Friday. I think I will be live streaming it. I think we're going to buy it digitally. I know I'm going to buy it digitally so I can just stream it. So I will not be obtaining this physically. But I'm super excited for this game because I just finally played my first Ratchet and Clank game, the original, the remaster or whatever, the first one. So that was a good time. IGN gave it a 9, GameSpot gave it a 9, Press Start gave it a 9.5. These are all aggregated by Nibel, our friend on Twitter. Just to quote some things here, it's an extremely impressive piece of software designed to show off what the PS5 can do. More importantly, it's a great entry in a nearly 2-decade-old franchise, offering fans more wacky weapons, clever writing, and fresh biomes to explore. But yeah, it looks fantastic. It's completely exclusive to PS5. It's not also on PS4, unlike other games that are still being developed basically for PS4 with like enhancements for PS5. So it is an actual PS5 exclusive and looks to be fantastic. And another thing to highlight is that there was no crunch whatsoever. This one comes from IGN. Ratchet and Clank devs take to Twitter to praise what they say is a lack of crunch at Insomniac. For those unaware, Insomniac was also the developer of the Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales games. So this one dev, Lindsay Thompson, goes, I didn't crunch once, entire production. A couple of late nights here and there finishing something up, but completely crunch-free. It is possible. Team wellness lets creativity flow free. And yeah, someone else goes, she quote tweeted someone else, Grant Parker, and he says, can't speak for anyone on the team but myself, but I didn't crunch once. 40-hour weeks the whole time. It is possible to work on a great game without suffering. So if that's not an example for the industry, I don't know what is. But this game looks absolutely fantastic. It doesn't look like any color. I'm slurring my words. It doesn't look like any corners.
Absolutely.
Listen, it doesn't look like any corners were cut in the creation of this game. So it's really good to see that they were able to develop something this good and so well received, without staying at 80-hour weeks or whatever they were doing at Naughty Dog.
So what's pretty crazy, I mean, the game looks really good, and one thing to note, and we have this down, a couple more articles down, but this is now proving to be probably one of the only games that's PS5 exclusive. So it did come out that the next God of War, so God of War Ragnarok and Gran Turismo 7 will also be playable on PS4, which is interesting. That was not announced before. It was only that Horizon Forbidden West would be also on PS4. So this is the one not first. Demon's Souls is currently the only one I think that's exclusively PS5.
And Returnal.
And Returnal, good point. And then Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart will be number 3 then, that is exclusive to PS5. Yeah. So rivaling Xbox with a total of 0 exclusives. Right, Logan?
That is correct.
That is correct. But I think with Rift Apart specifically, the gameplay relies on the speed of the SSD, which just would not be possible on PS4. As opposed to, like, I'm not sure why Returnal wouldn't work on PS4. It seems like it could. But something like, God of War or Horizon Forbidden West, or even Miles Morales, those work on PS4 because the only thing you're missing are like the ray tracing and the adaptive triggers. But it's still, playable. I guess Returnal maybe depended on the adaptive triggers too much in the core gameplay. But I don't know. But super excited for Rift Apart. Are you good? What's happening?
No, my I don't know, my work computer's just like randomly revving. Like it sounds like it's about to take off. I'm like, you're not even doing anything. You're sitting here idly on
the
standby.
The news is we can't hear it, so you're good.
I know, I hear it though. It's loud and clear. Yeah, so I'm super excited for this. Obviously, I didn't get to beat Ratchet and Clank on PS4 yet, but I am really excited to actually sink some more time into something outside of Miles Morales that's really pulling me into my PS5. So, and Overwatch.
Yeah, and I think it's Ratchet and Clank PS4 is a perfectly great game, but I don't think you'd have to beat it. Like, story-wise, I couldn't tell you what happened. It's very, like, cartoony hijinks. Like, it's not... You're good. It'll be okay.
All in the mad, y'all are like, I've never beat a Ratchet and Clank game, but here we go.
I did! I beat Ratchet and Clank PS4. I beat it on stream.
You did beat it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Paul didn't.
Logan, did you beat it?
Oh.
Logan, did you play it? Did you boot it up?
I have played it, yes.
Okay.
That's
No, I
good. It's
really.
in the right direction.
I
Are you getting the new
enjoyed
one?
it.
Yeah, I've actually pre-ordered it digitally.
Wow!
Oh,
Oh wow, we got Digital Squad, D Squad up in here.
what's up?
He's a
What it
D
is, what it
Squad.
I'm excited. I'm gonna play this at midnight, probably. We'll see.
Nice.
But yeah, you were mentioning before that God of War and Gran Turismo 7 will also be on PS4. Obviously, Horizon Forbidden West will also be on PS4. But this just came out. This one comes from Games Radar. Horizon Forbidden West game director Matthias. Is that how you pronounce it? Mathijs. Matthias de Jong. And narrative director Benjamin McCaw sat down with Game Informer to discuss Aloy's new abilities in Guerrilla Games' development process. Quote, a lot of the development has taken place on PS4 and a lot of playtesting is also done on PS4. So we are ensuring that owners of that console will have a great experience, that the game will look fantastic. Naturally, however, the PS4 and its powerful graphics card will have the upper hand. For the PS5, we can go much further, of course, visually. We added a lot more detail. Graphically, the rendering technique for the underwater scenes is special on the PS5. Has extra details and extra systems. The wave technique is much better on the system as well. The lighting on Aloy on the PS5 has much more definition. We use special cinematic lighting that on the PS4 is only used in cutscenes, and we have much more processing power in those scenes. But for the PS5, we have plenty of processing power, so we can have that lighting rig always available. So, very exciting stuff.
I am so excited for that game. I cannot wait to play it when it comes out.
Yes,
Whenever that may be.
Gotta play Ghost of Tsushima first.
Yo, I have not picked that game up once. I was so excited to try it out, and then I just...
Remember when you were playing
Shut
it
up.
and you fell asleep and you kept walking into the wall? I'm like, Paul, there's the door, and you're like, where?
Shut up! I know. I hate you. All right, moving on. Team Asobi is the newest internal studio within the PlayStation Studios family. So there's a long note here from PlayStation directly, but Team Asobi looks to be like an Astrobot team, which is pretty cool. So this was the team behind Astro's Playroom, which was the pack-in title with the PlayStation 5. So that's super exciting. That came out like right after. I think we actually may have either we meant to cover it in the last episode, but came out like right as we were starting to record in the last episode, or right after, or something like that. So, super exciting. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I can speak on behalf of you guys as well. That I loved Astro's Playroom. I'm pretty sure you guys did as well.
Yes, Astro's Playroom was fantastic. I just had no idea that they weren't already a first-party studio. I just assumed. I was like, oh, it's a pack-in game on PS5 exclusive. Like, they're probably a PlayStation studio. I had no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. It's which is interesting. I mean, hey, it's cool. I hope we get a full-fledged Astro game like that. I mean, that'd be really cool.
Yes,
I would love that.
Yep.
So, okay, we've got a little bit of a clickbaity article and then like a non-news, and then we're jumping into the predictions. We're 47 minutes in, so I'm going to power through these two, and then let's jump right into it. So, Halo Infinite could be in trouble. Who knows? This comes from WCCFtech.com, who says Halo Infinite E3 rumors include better but not top-tier visuals, Battlefield-style mode. So, this, like I said, it comes from WCCF Tech. And they say, quote, given the mixed reaction to last year's Halo Infinite gameplay reveal, Microsoft and 343 have a lot to prove. So what can we expect? Well, YouTuber and Microsoft insider Colt Eastwood weighed in on his latest show, and it sounds like the re-debut of Halo Infinite may be as debated as its first. First off, while 343 has been working to improve Halo Infinite's graphics, don't expect anything mind-blowing or truly next-gen. 343 will show a small feature on the campaign and upgraded visuals. Testers are saying that Halo Infinite looks improved, but not the mind-blowing top-tier visuals we come to expect from 343 and the largest tentpole franchise on Microsoft's platform. So take this with a grain of salt. We will know everything in just a few short days during Microsoft's E3 press conference in parallel with Bethesda on Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, June 13th. So I don't want to harp too much on that because I want to get into the predictions because I know that Logan will have one about Halo Infinite. And then Nintendo news for the week. A new Switch firmware release has been released, which means that the Switch Pro cannot be far behind. This system update brings general system stability improvements to enhance the user experience.
Listen, all I'm saying is that usually before a console drop, there's always like a tiny little update. And it's always real vague, and it's like, just general improvements, and then they're like, surprise, new console. I'm pretty sure one happened right before the Switch Lite, so...
Did you all miss the other half of that Switch update announcement?
Where it got pulled?
Yeah.
Yeah, they something happened. No. I mean, they from what I read, all they did was like there was an issue, so if you had it, you had it, but then they like pulled it from their servers, and then they just put it back in later tonight, I think.
Oh, they did put it back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they did.
Interesting.
The Switch Pro, there was actually hidden codes in there to redeem a free Switch Pro. That's why they pulled it.
Shut up.
Did you get yours?
Yeah, I got mine. It's on its way. It's actually gonna be here tomorrow. Prime shipping.
Nice.
Via Nintendo. So what was interesting is like so there were so not to harp too much on this, and then we'll move into the predictions, but there was a lot of speculation that the Switch Pro was going to be announced, I don't know, Thursday of last week and then Thursday of the prior week. I don't know, it seems like every freaking Thursday there's rumors that it's going to be released. Watch, it gets announced tomorrow. So I don't know, there's been all these rumors, whatever, and then all these Twitter accounts are like, oh, I found it under the truck in Pallet Town or whatever, Vermilion City, wherever the hell it is. Like all these little Easter eggs and stuff like that. Like, you know, age-old, whatever, myths from when we were younger. But anyway, all right, let's move into the E3 segment. We are 50 minutes into the show, and let's get into the meat and the potatoes. I've said that 4 times. A lot of meat and potatoes in this episode. Let's get into the E3 predictions. It is E3 season. You're here for it. Yeah, the 4th course, 5th course, 10th course. All right, so, Ahmed, how are we going to do this? Run us down. Take us through it.
So let's go first. We'll cover really quickly the schedule of E3 and how we're going to be covering E3. So on Saturday, we got Ubisoft, we got Gearbox, and GamesBeat. We won't be doing any live coverage from that. We might do live tweeting here and there if there's anything worth tweeting about from Ubisoft. I can't imagine that there will be anything super big from GamesBeat or Gearbox. Sunday is where we get Xbox and Bethesda's Game Showcase, which is one company now, so it's one big thing. That is on at 10 a.m. Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern time. We will try to live stream that. If not, we will definitely be live tweeting it, but we will try to live stream it. And then Square Enix is at 12:15 Pacific, 3:15 Eastern, followed by Warner Brothers Games Back for Blood. Isn't that the
Left 4 Dead game.
Oh, so just having a session just for the one game. That's interesting. Okay, that's a 30-minute session at 2 p.m. PST. And then PC Gaming shows at 2:30 and Future Games show at 4 p.m. What is Future Games show? Is that just a generic, like, that's not any specific publisher that I'm forgetting the name of, right? Okay.
I'll be honest, Ahmed, I don't know.
Well, guess we're going to find out. Monday is a kind of a packed day, but it's a bunch of smaller presenters. So we got Verizon starting off at 9 a.m., followed by Intellivision, Take-Two Interactive, Mythical Games, and then an indie showcase, Freedom Games, Ven, with 2 N's, I don't know who that is, Capcom, and then Razer, closing out the day at 3 p.m. PST. And then Tuesday is when we get the big one, Nintendo, starting off at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. That one's a little bit tougher to live stream because we will be working, but we will try our very hardest to do so. It's right in the middle of what would be, I guess, like a lunch break, so we'll figure it out. Followed by Namco or Bandai Namco at 2:25, Eureka Studio at 3:30, GameSpot Play for All showcase, and then the official awards show, which I think we discussed last week, where like IGN, GameSpot, and all the other big media coverage people will kind of vote on best of show stuff and present the awards at 4:45 PST or 7:45 EST. So yeah. Looking forward to that. But yeah, the 2 things that we will definitely try to live stream will be Microsoft's and Nintendo's. The rest will be, you know, tweets or just us spamming the Discord with
yeah, it's kind of frustrating, right? And like this is a very, well, not really a very first world problem, but it's like a lot of this stuff's taking place during the day, like especially Monday. Like Take-Two, like there's some good stuff in there. I mean, Capcom is at 5:30. I guess we could stream that one. Razer, we could, I don't know, stream my
Razer's gonna be like, here's our LED mask. It's only $199. You're like,
okay. Literally, and then Tuesday with Nintendo. Yeah, I mean, even Sunday is a challenge because we have pre-commitment plans on Sunday. Of course, Microsoft's like right in the middle of the day where y'all are busy. Yeah, that's where we're here. So it's going to be. We'll see what happens. At the very least, I think that we can probably do the Nintendo Direct in the middle of the day on lunch. We'll see. we'll see. I don't know what happens, but we'll figure that out. At the very least, I think we'll be screaming over Twitter as we watch a lot of these, even if we have it on, just in the background, during some parts of Sunday or Monday or Tuesday. But definitely the big one for both of us, as you all know, is Nintendo. So we will definitely try to get that one because I think that's like we can definitely swing that as we'll be sitting here slurping soup or something. I don't know, but we'll be streaming.
Soup.
I don't know. You got to eat lunch,
Who's eating soup? It's too hot for soup. It's been 90 degrees for the past 4 days.
Gazpacho, cold soup.
Okay.
But anyway, so let's jump right into it. So Ahmed took us all the way through the broadcast schedule. Lots of stuff here. One glaring omission is Sony. So Sony has not been a part of E3. Sony is kind of off in the wilderness here. So we'll see what happens with that. I don't think we're going to see them, but maybe I'm wrong. So let's start with Microsoft. So what are the big predictions? Logan, I know you're chomping at the bit to go into it. Give us your first prediction.
I think that there's going to be a new title. So it's a Bethesda, Microsoft joining together, right? Since they own them now. I think it's going to be like a sequel to a major Bethesda title, like Wolfenstein or Prey or something like that.
Interesting. Okay.
Which one are you going with, Wolfenstein or Prey?
It's been a few years since Prey. I'll go with Prey.
Is this your final answer?
Yep.
We'll make sure to come back to these predictions after we actually watch the shows and see how wrong we all are.
We're always wrong.
Do you just want to do like 1-1-1 or like do you want Logan to
Yeah,
go
why don't we do we'll do 1-1-1, I guess. So I think Prey, Ahmed, what do you think about that? I think that's probably a realistic expectation. And if they don't have one that's going to release like imminently, they'll have one that is definitely going to be teased for like 2022. That would not be surprising if they were working on a sequel for that already.
Yeah.
It's been out for a while actually, the Prey reboot, and it did very well, I believe.
Was there a Prey reboot?
Yeah,
it was a Prey reboot. I actually beat it. It was a really good game. I liked it a lot.
You beat a game?
Yeah, I beat it. I played it and beat it.
Yes, it did come out in 2017. I remember you liking that game.
I very vaguely remember this may be coming out. I don't remember. I have no.
It's a very good game.
Oh, all right, Logan. I see you. Prey 2 reboot sequel might be in development and Human Head might be involved. This is from tweaktown.com. Updated on February 2nd, 2021. The dev team behind 2017's Prey reboot is working on a new unannounced game. Could be a Prey sequel, and the original series developers could be involved.
Interesting. Now that you're mentioning, because I didn't really think about like the Bethesda part of it. My predictions are more so like existing things, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was maybe Dishonored 3. It's been a while since we've had Dishonored 2. I think that came out like
Dishonored 3.
2015? 2016 was Dishonored 2.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Dishonored 2 was mad long ago. Dishonored 2
was it 2014 actually? Oh my god.
No. Slow down. It's 2016.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
Oh God, was it 2011?
But still, that's 5 years ago. Like it's about time for a sequel. Those are really popular games.
Did you ever beat that game, Ahmed? I remember you streamed it.
I beat the first one. I didn't play the second one yet.
Oh, did you stream the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was the first one. Okay.
It was pretty quick.
I remember you jumping in water and like rats biting you or something. I don't know.
Yes, the game was very aggressive.
There's a lot happening.
But yeah, I need to play the second one. It's just my thing holding me back is that the first one was like I could be beat in 10 hours, and the second one's like now it's like 20 to 30 hours. So I'm like, okay,
those are such intimidating games.
But it's fun though because it's kind of like arcadey in that every time you beat a level, it's just like it gives you a score and you can replay it. Like it's very arcadey in that sense. Anyways, we're getting off topic. Do you want to talk about your first prediction? Then I'll do my first prediction and we'll just go down the line.
Yeah, so Everwild. Everwild is a holiday game, and they're going to do a full gameplay blowout at Microsoft's conference. So Everwild, for those that don't remember, is Rare's latest game. And that is a game that was seen as like extremely far off. They showed more of it at the Xbox Game Showcase in July of last year, but I think that we're going to finally see this game come out this year. And if it doesn't come out this year, it'll be early next year.
You could have held me at gunpoint and asked me what Everwild was, and I would be dead. I completely forgot this even existed.
So to be fair, I actually just came up with this on the fly. I remembered it because I was like, I literally did like 1 to 10, just totally random predictions.
You have 10
across everything.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, I only have like roughly 3 each. Well, I have like 5 for Nintendo, but that's fine. We'll get to that.
I know Nintendo. I'm like, where do I begin? Let me get the scroll.
The scroll.
Yeah. So Everwild, I believe. I think there's gonna be a gameplay below. I think it's gonna be it's a big title this holiday. It's probably gonna be like December time frame, like a very late holiday. But I think it's coming out this year. So.
Okay.
That is my first prediction.
My first prediction is that Halo Infinite is gonna be a letdown.
I have a feeling that that's just gonna happen. Like it's just destined to happen. Like it's just destined to happen.
I mean, a letdown in terms of like I don't think it's gonna win like game awards or whatever. Like people on Twitter are gonna be like, this looks terrible. Like someone's gonna nitpick about something, and it's not even just the visuals. I don't know. Hopefully, like I want it to be good. I don't want it to be bad, but I'm predicting. I don't have high hopes. I'm worried about this.
No, what they should have done for Halo is just not made another one after Halo Reach, and then 10 years later, 15 years later, just come in and be like, we've got a new Halo game, and not just like these Halo 4 was not that great, Halo 5 was not very good. It's just ruined the name, I think.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
Yep, it is.
It's really unfortunate because Logan and I grew up playing Halo 2 together. We played Halo 2 together, right? I think so.
Halo 3.
Halo 3 is where we peaked. We had played campaign together for the first time because you could play co-op online. But yeah, so such fond memories of Halo, and then it's like, yo, Master Chief Collection's come out. It's like botched at launch. Like you cannot even get a game in, and then they finally got it working, and I'm like, I'm old with no time now. I've got time to play this. So
too little, too late.
It really is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it stinks. But I think sorry, I totally cut you off the minute you let out the sentence. But I think you're 100% right.
No,
I think this is like not even a prediction. This is like a guarantee. Like even if it looked great, people are still going to complain about this game.
Yeah.
So which is unfortunate. This is almost like not Cyberpunk territory, but pretty freaking close. Like where it's almost to the point where like the reveal is so bad and people are so let down that they'll never financially recover from this, as Joe Exotic once said.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I'm predicting that there's gonna be a shit show on Twitter and everyone's gonna be yelling about it and complaining one way or another, as people wont to do.
Right. They always do.
Yes.
All right, Logan, back to you.
Game Pass on another platform? I don't know. Did we talk about that last year? I feel like that was a thing. I don't know.
I feel like we've talked about it every year since Game Pass started.
Talks about it
I'm shocked this wasn't Ahmed's first guess.
I want it to happen, but I've lost faith.
So there was a rumor. I don't know.
There was an idea.
There was an idea. I don't even know how credible these rumors are anymore, but there was a rumor that Switch Pro would be launching with Game Pass. And I just can't,
I'll see it.
I just don't believe it.
I'll see it when I believe it.
I mean, you can believe it now. Does that mean you see it? No, it doesn't.
No. I'm never going to believe it. That's the thing.
So here's the question. What other platform, right? So is it Android TV? Is it Apple TV? Is it Switch? Is it PlayStation 5?
I would say Switch specifically. I don't think PlayStation will let them do that. I don't think that's in the interest of Sony.
Yeah,
I don't know about the other stuff. They could release it on other, on TV devices, from Walmart or TVs, but I don't know. I don't think that's a very big deal if they did that.
Like Vizio TVs come with Game Pass built in.
Do we see the Stream Stick, the Game Pass Ultimate Stream Stick?
I don't think so.
That's more in the realm of possibility than it coming to Switch for me. The streaming.
I don't think so because I just don't think so. The whole thing with Phil Spencer with the Switch, like there's definitely something is happening. I don't know. I'm not as convinced that it's going to be Game Pass. I think it's just too much.
I feel like Phil Spencer with the Switch is like Master Chief in Smash.
No,
Like,
no.
I don't
No. This is the man that had a Series S on his bookshelf months before it was revealed.
Listen, I'm not trying to be cynical. I would love if it happened, but at the same time, I don't know. I feel like we were too crazy last time. But I'll scream when it does happen.
There was a recent time where you predicted that. If we go back in the episode.
Yes, I know.
And you're like, I will die on this hill.
I've changed.
Oh, you're a changed man. Okay, I'll take over for you. I think it's happening.
Okay.
I think it's one of those like Hail Mary moments where it's something that I don't think has a shot of happening, but it's going to happen. Listen, I just don't know the logistics behind it. Like,
I'll scream when it happens, but I don't know.
He said, y'all mind if I scream?
Would either of you play a Game Pass on a Switch?
Would I play a Game Pass on a Switch?
I would be more likely to, but I don't know if you listened to our episode a few weeks back, but I was talking about how when I was in Florida, I was trying to play Game Pass on my phone, and just the input lag was too great for me to like really sit down and get into a game. That, like, especially for a game that like required a fast reaction time. Like, I can maybe play like Donut County.
Cloud streaming, yeah,
cloud streaming is slow, and I can't imagine if it came to Switch that you would install it would just be streaming. So I don't know, maybe it gets better with time, kind of thing, because Game Pass is still technically beta, is it not?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe
not Game Pass, but xCloud.
Like,
xCloud is,
yeah. So we'll see. I don't know.
Which maybe that's why they didn't release it on there yet. I mean, maybe it's been talks, but Nintendo's like, hey, you can't release this trash on our system. And
yeah,
I don't know.
But I mean, like, then there's Control Ultimate Edition or whatever that's all streaming on Switch.
It works.
Yeah, Cloud Edition or whatever.
Yeah,
that worked a whole hell of a lot better. So I tried xCloud on my iPhone, and it was bad. Like, it was.
But that's
really
through the browser,
bad.
Maybe because it's through the browser that it's like a little bit slower. I don't know. Not that the native app is much better, but
yeah, it was rough. But yeah, either way, it was rough. Yes, Control. So you can download Control Cloud version, and you can play like, I don't know, 20 minutes of it to try it out, and it works really well. Like, it worked for me at least, but I have a really good internet connection. But it worked really well. Not that I'd play Control like that, but yeah.
It could be just like my sister's internet connection was like, you know, there was like 10 people in that house.
No,
time, so
for xCloud, it was the same thing for me, Ahmed. It was really bad.
Yeah.
And even on Android, it was okay, but the input lag was bad.
Yeah.
I played Outer Worlds on Game Pass on iPhone, and it was super low. Like, between moving the joystick and what happened on the screen, it was super laggy. So
yeah.
Yeah, it's like unplayable. I mean, so we were visiting in California, and I was able to play with remote play. I was able to play Jedi Fallen Order on my PS4 back home, and it was like, there was a little tiny bit of lag, but it would like come and go. So it wasn't bad. But yeah, I feel like, you know, that's me accessing my system across, you know, the country. But yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, either way, going back to it, I believe it. I believe it. And then my question is, like, is it literally the Game Pass platform into the Switch, or is it xCloud onto the Switch?
I think it's essentially like the Android app. When we say Game Pass, I would assume it's the Android app, essentially.
So whenever we talk about Game Pass, it's like there's a lot of the same indie games on there, right? Where it's like, okay, maybe you get those, you know, like Spiritfarer. You can download Spiritfarer as part of Game Pass or whatever, and but it's a Switch version of Spiritfarer. So I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Maybe. I don't know.
That would be
sweet.
sweet.
On how like the licensing and all that stuff works. I don't know.
Right. That would be freaking cool, though. All right.
It would be. All right. What's your next one?
I see our number 2s line up very well. So
yeah,
Fable is a 2022 game. We get a new trailer of it, but it's a 2022 game. This is not coming out this year.
Interesting. I didn't predict that. Definitely. I just figured there's gonna be like a big gameplay blowout. Like, I feel like they usually start the show with some like crazy like 17-minute gameplay thing, Maybe it won't be that long, but I think we're gonna get some significant update to Fable in general, which is kind of a given. I think. I don't know. I don't know. My predictions for Microsoft are not great, but it's the best I can come up with. So that's my second one as well.
Logan, you're the one that put fake news next to that. You don't think that's gonna happen?
I don't think so. I mean, no, because they just showed like 6 months ago. They showed a super early teaser trailer. I just don't think it's time yet.
Interesting.
I think there'll be at least some update, if not like gameplay or whatever. There'll be something that they'll show, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I hope so.
What about what do you think is going to be revealed in gameplay? So your third prediction here,
Logan.
Oh, my third one.
Yeah.
For Starfield. Yeah, I think that they'll have a Starfield. I think it'll release holiday 2022.
That's what I think is too early for. I think we have a better chance of seeing Fable than we have of seeing Starfield.
So Starfield has gotten a lot of traction, which I think is where Logan's basing his prediction off of. Where
I think
there's been
Elder Scrolls 6 is too early. I think Starfield is sooner, maybe.
Elder Scrolls 6, they've always said that Starfield's coming out before Elder Scrolls 6, so I agree 100%. And then I think Jason Schreier had a piece about Starfield being a next year game, but there was even doubt around that too.
I didn't realize the bit about Starfield coming out before Elder Scrolls 6. Anyways, maybe my third prediction's way off.
Yeah, it probably is.
Whatever. Figured we'd see something, maybe like a title at the very least. Like it's called.
It's going to be called the Elder Scrolls 6 Far Off. It's supposed to be called.
Stop. It's called like Dragon Scale or something crazy. I don't know. Interesting.
He says Dragon Scale.
I don't know. There was always some mythical Morrowind, Skyrim.
Something cool, you know?
Dragon Earth. I don't know.
Anyway. Dragon Earth.
Watch, that's what it's called. That's why.
Dragonborn.
Dragon Earth.
All right, well, we're jumping all over the place here, so that's good. So, Ahmed, you think your third prediction is Elder Scrolls 6, which is probably more of something of a Hail Mary. Yes. But we'll see. We'll see. That's good. That's good. Well, before I jump into mine, Logan, why don't we get to your fourth one? You stuck a fourth one in here because I think this is a shoo-in, as it is every year, and I'm so sick of it.
Oh, a new Forza, but one didn't release last year, so they've got to have one, right?
Yeah.
It's been a few years.
No,
Can you please tell me exactly what you wrote in the document? It wasn't just Forza.
It's Forza.
Yo.
Forza Yo.
Is that Forza Young? I don't know, Otter. I don't know.
So stupid.
What was the last Forza that released? Was it Horizon or
4.
7? Horizon 4.
Horizon 4.
So they've got to have like Forza 8, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be Forza 8.
Don't
then,
they
right?
usually kind of release them in tandem? Because they're very different games. I feel like they're worked on by different teams. Are they not?
It's usually every other year.
Yeah, they alternate.
I'm hoping it's a Horizon 5, but
I'm shocked that Forza Motorsport. Wait, yeah, Logan. They announced Forza Motorsport 8.
Oh, did they? Anyways,
so is this prediction Forza Horizon 5?
Was it 8? When was that announced?
Forza Motorsport 8. They announced it last July. They announced there was new Forza being worked on.
Oh, well, definitely they're going to talk about that. I don't... Yeah.
Logan said, I'm going for that layup.
Also, Justin says Elder Scrolls 6 can't happen yet because Elder Scrolls 5 isn't out on enough systems. He can't play it on his toaster yet.
He's not wrong.
He's really not. It's not out on TI-82 calculators yet, so...
All right, let me bring it home. So, third-party blowout. I'm thinking that we're going to see gameplay for Hogwarts Legacy, and we're going to see an announcement for Final Fantasy VII Remake finally coming to Xbox because I didn't go in depth into all of the the writing of like the contracts and all that stuff of the exclusive rights for Sony versus other consoles or whatever. But I think that it had a 1-year exclusive, which it's been a year. Yeah, I think it came out right before the pandemic. So I think it's been a year. We have Intergrade coming out for PS5, which is the PS5 enhanced version with the Yuffie mission. So I think that it's about time that we see Final Fantasy VII Remake coming to Xbox, and I think it'll be a Game Pass title.
Okay. That's actually really valid one. I completely forgot that it was just a timed exclusive.
Yeah, and I put a like total balls to the wall GTA 6 reveal in here. I think that Rockstar is in it with Sony, so if we're gonna see that, we would see that at a Sony event.
Yeah, that's why I'm shaking my head, not to
He went.
it being revealed. I'm shaking my head to it being revealed during Microsoft's thing. That would be a Sony thing, if anything.
One of my predictions that's not captured in any of this, well, I mean, I guess maybe general, is that Sony will just be MIA for the next week or two at a minimum.
Yeah,
Like, we're not going to see anything from Sony.
Yeah, that's a given. I think, at least, unless they surprise like, state of play happening on Wednesday, like right after E3 ends, and then we'll see. Because we haven't had one of those in a while.
Yes, the state of play we have not had one. We have not had one in a while.
Like a real one, not like the last one we had was just the Forbidden West gameplay, but a real one where they make a bunch of announcements. So maybe we'll see that later this summer as part of Summer Games Fest or something.
Yes, I do expect this to be a good show though. Microsoft Wise, excuse me.
Yes.
I really think that it'll be a good show, but let's see what happens.
Perfect.
Dragon Earth.
Dragon Earth, that's what it's going to be called. Forward to Dragon Earth.
It's going to be called Elder Scrolls 6 Dragon Age.
Anyways.
All right, let's move into Nintendo.
Yes. All right, Logan, take us away. What are we getting?
A new WarioWare. I know that's heavily rumored. I think that's real.
I like that prediction. I love WarioWare games, and I'm sad that there hasn't been a new one in literally since the 3DS.
No, since the Wii
Game
U.
and Wario on Wii U.
Oh, but that one wasn't like the mini games, right? That was more of like an actual. I don't think I ever played
I
it.
think it was mini games.
Was it like in the standard, like the DS ones?
I think so. I have it in the other room, but I don't think I've ever played it. So
Yeah, thank you. I was gonna call you out if you didn't call yourself out.
Game and Wario. I remember it being like a side-scrolling kind of thing.
No, you're thinking of
think
Wario World Shake It. That came out on Wii.
You're right. I am thinking of that. I'm looking at the release trailer now for this. But you can
It's
you can
mini
go to your next
games.
one, Paul. Oh, it is mini games. You're right.
Logan, Game and Wario is going to be announced for ported over to Switch, so that your Wii U copy goes down in value.
Yeah, that seems realistic. Yeah,
But these look like long term. Like I'm looking at the reveal trailer, and these mini games are like. They're not like the micro games, like the 10-second ones. Or the 5-second ones. That's specifically the kind of Wario game.
are they not?
No, this one's like you're skiing and you have to steer, and it's like a whole thing, as opposed to like the micro games, like the 5-second whatever. Shave this man's beard or whatever. Color this thing in. Hammer that nail. Like those dumbass things. I love those games. Are you looking at the trailer now?
I'm just looking at screenshots of it.
Yeah, those are like. It's still they're mini, but they're not. They're like Mario Party-esque games, is what it looks like.
Yeah,
I have never played Game and Wario, nor do I own it.
Yeah, that's something I completely skipped over. But I love the original WarioWare Twisted or whatever that I had on DS. Or I guess that was it a Game Boy Advance game?
Game Boy Advance.
It was a Game Boy Advance game, and I played on my DS. That game was fun as hell. And WarioWare Touched.
WarioWare Touched, yes. WarioWare Touched and WarioWare Shake It. No, excuse me, WarioWare...
I don't remember
Shit,
what the other one
Smooth Moves. That was
yes.
the Wii one.
Yes, yeah. Those are all
so
games.
Game and Wario got a 5.1 on IGN.
Yikes.
Wow.
And that's why
Has a few good ideas, but Game and Wario is ultimately lacking in inspiration.
That's why I never played that one.
Well, they're not going to port that.
That's why Logan bought it.
Bad game.
I got it.
I'm in.
If it gets
Got
a
it for
$5.5,
$5. Okay, $5.
if it gets a five and a half or under, Logan said it's a buy from me.
It's straight from Family Video. It's a souvenir.
All right.
Video.
So WarioWare is coming to Switch per Logie. All right. So my prediction here, first one up, Breath of the Wild 2 is releasing this year. It'll have Switch Pro upgrades on it. It runs fine on the base Switch. There's a lot of debate about that. It's coming this holiday. In addition to that, we finally get our Zelda 35th anniversary news. Obviously, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD are coming to Switch, but so is the Philips CDI Zelda game.
Shut up.
But yeah, so
That's a big prediction. That's a lot of things.
No. So it goes down to Wind Waker and Twilight Princess coming to Switch. I think that's all but confirmed. And then Breath of the Wild 2 is releasing this year, this holiday, on Switch Pro and Nintendo Switch. So it's just going to be a Switch game. It'll have Switch Pro upgrades, but it'll run just fine on the regular Switch as well. So there's credence to my prediction after writing it down. There was a tweet circulating that GameStop got Zelda 35 posters in stock. Let's see. Apparently, GameStop started receiving these posters, starting to think that we might get some 35th anniversary news for Zelda during the Direct if this is legit. And the poster is, I'll post the tweet in the Twitch chat here. But the poster is clearly like a 35th anniversary thing because there's artwork from every single one of the Zelda games. But then on the front of the poster, there's stuff from what looks like a bunch of games as well. But you can see Wind Waker artwork, Twilight Princess artwork, Breath of the Wild artwork.
The only reason I'm hesitant, or was hesitant to include, and I didn't include it, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, the remakes for Switch in my predictions, was because the Skyward Sword remake isn't out yet, and I feel like they would wait for that to release before announcing the HD remakes. But when is the 35th anniversary officially?
I think it already came and went.
That's what I thought too, like around the same time as Mario's. So, I don't know. But I feel like they would wait until after Skyward Sword so they can like fully promote that and not cause confusion, as opposed to releasing 3 HD remakes around the same time, like Skyward Sword and then Twilight Princess and Wind Waker 2. Unless Twilight Princess and Wind Waker would be like a package deal, like a one-time thing, kind of like the Super Mario 3D All-Stars, but I don't know.
I think it would be, but I could be wrong. I wouldn't be surprised if they were all separate titles at this point, and all $60, I'm sure.
Justin's in the chat predicting 2 remakes of Zelda Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons in the new Link's Awakening engine. That's actually...
People would lose their freaking minds.
Not a bad prediction.
Probably me included, because I never got around to playing Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. I always started them, but I never got to beat them, so... I think people would truly, truly, truly lose their minds if that happened.
I still have to play Link's Awakening. But that's a topic for
Link's
another
Awakening
time.
is good. Yeah, you have to beat Breath of the Wild. So yeah, that is my prediction there. We'll see what comes of it. But I think this is a layup in my opinion.
Yes.
Like, if this doesn't happen, I'd be shocked.
Yeah. My first prediction is Switch Pro is going to be revealed either tomorrow or Friday. Likely Friday, right before their conference on Tuesday, because they've already announced that their conference is exclusively software, not hardware. So if there's going to be a Switch Pro, it has to be announced in the next 2 days. And I
didn't think of it that way.
But unless they announced it on like Monday.
Could you imagine?
But yeah, no, it's going to be, the Switch Pro has to be announced. And at this point, I don't think it's going to be a direct, because they usually announce the directs at least a day or two in advance. So it'll probably be just like a tweet. I'll the Switch.
It's gonna be at 11:58 tonight. They'll just drop it.
It'll be like, here's the Switch Pro surprise. Bye.
We have the sequel to our fitness jumping game that we released last year.
Fitness jumping.
Stop! I was gonna say. No, he's talking about the one from the pandemic. It was like, I don't know, literally like jump rope or something. And
oh yeah, because like when everyone, I think it was last Thursday, everyone was like, they're gonna announce it right now. And like at 12 noon, they announced some like the rhythm boxing nonsense, and Wario's like, "This is the tweet I've been waiting for." Wario 64.
Well, wait, there was the one where it was the little leaf guy from Breath of the Wild too, and it was just like I don't know.
Yeah, just like completely like marketing tweets that have nothing to do with anything.
They're ridiculous. Yeah, but this is like Nintendo's MO, so it's not entirely surprising.
Yes.
All right. So you said Switch Pro tonight or tomorrow or Friday. Okay, I think that's almost a shoe in. If they don't announce it tomorrow or Friday, I've like lost hope. Because I don't know.
Honestly, yeah.
It's getting old. It's at the point where it's like I'm tired of hearing and talking about the Switch Pro. Just announce the damn thing, because if it's not a marked upgrade from the Switch, people are going to burn Nintendo headquarters down. Like they're like,
they will.
Yeah.
It is long overdue. And if it comes with like DLSS, maybe I'll add that into the thing. Switch Pro, regardless of when it's announced, my prediction is that it'll support DLSS. Nintendo won't say that outright, because that's like a technical term, and their audience is not technical people, I guess, or they wouldn't say that and that kind of thing. But DLSS, which is NVIDIA's kind of like machine learning way to make games look better without using as much performance, because the Switch is based off NVIDIA's tech, so that would only make sense. So yeah, that's my prediction, and in the way that they're going to make it look better without having to make it clunkier, give it a bigger battery or whatever.
I'd agree with that.
But yes, all right. Next, Logan, what's your second prediction?
All right, I think there's going to be another game ported from the Wii U to the Switch. I think it'll be either like what Paul was saying. It'll be Wind Waker or Kirby's Canvas Curse.
Kirby's Canvas Curse. I haven't heard that name in years.
Literally, I don't think Kirby's Canvas Curse would work because you need to draw out the paths, don't you?
Yeah, a Switch Pro exclusive, mobile only.
Stylus? Only because you said that. Another one of my predictions: this year's port, Wii Sports Club.
Wii Sports, that would be bold.
Y'all laugh, but I guarantee you that would sell gangbusters. Bringing Wii Sports to the Switch? Are you kidding me? Soccer moms everywhere would be rushing to the stores.
Wii Sports Island or something like. What was it? Resort Club. So yeah, what's the next thing? Wii Sports Country Club.
Wii Sports Resort plus Club plus Resort. Deluxe.
Wii Sports Universe. the WSU
Universe. Remember when Wii U was first announced or whatever? It was like Pokemon Universe, bro. Mario Universe, bro. Super Smash Brothers Universe, bro.
I mean, yeah, because they had World and in Galaxy. What's bigger than Galaxy? Universe. But then they were like, actually, it's the Odyssey. And we're like, oh, okay, we're going Greek, I guess. Anyways, Paul, what's your second?
I would agree. Well, so I'll piggyback off of Logan. So I think there will be another Wii U port. I think we're running dry on Wii U ports though. So I think all that's left is like realistic ones: Xenoblade Chronicles X, Paper Mario Color Splash. Game & Wario isn't possible. I would say it's not possible. Wii Sports Club is iffy. They would have to modify it a little bit there.
Yoshi.
Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, but that'd be like a nightmare. If they announce that, that'd be like, okay, their conference sucks. What did you say? Oh, Yoshi's Woolly World?
Yeah.
Yoshi's Woolly World.
No, Crafted World's the Switch one. Yeah.
Correct. Yoshi's Woolly World. I wouldn't be surprised on that because I think Yoshi's Crafted World did very well for them.
Re-release the big yarn Yoshi amiibo since I paid over what I should have for it. Then it can just drop in value too.
That'd be perfect. So really, Nintendo's conference is just to diminish Logan's collection value.
NES Remix.
Yeah.
That should come
NES Remix. Holy shit!
That's a good one.
That
That's it. That's what it's gonna be. Yep.
If NES Remix comes to Switch, it's only gonna be digital.
Yeah, it'd be like a Nintendo Switch Online thing, just like it was digitally on Wii U. But it would be like a Nintendo Switch Online free game. Those games
Give
are
me
fantastic.
Super Nintendo Remix. Give it to me right now. Oh, NES Remix was the shit.
Yes, it was so much fun. And it's like, that's the one thing that's worth plugging your Wii U back in for. Like, those were ridiculously fun. Remember Nintendo Land?
Boot up your 3DS instead. Nintendo Land Deluxe!
Nintendo Land Deluxe. Come on, bring it together. Make it happen. All right, my third one matches up with Logan's third one. Mario Kart. Oh, wait, no, I'm talking about my second one. Sorry, that was a spoiler for my third one. Well, I guess I'll just jump around because I already said it. Mario Kart 9.
Mario Kart 8 Super Deluxe?
Mario Kart 9 is happening. It's been far too long. Mario Kart 8 came out originally in 2014. It is
I would be stoked
overdue.
for this one. I'd be stoked for this.
Yes.
I would love to see where they're going to take the series next. So Mario Kart 8 is, they had like you're going up walls and stuff. Mario Kart 9 would be super cool. I'd be here for that.
Mario Kart 9's gimmick is going to be like flying. You're going to have planes.
Diddy Kong Racing comes full circle.
Oh,
Diddy
that
Kong
would
Racing
be
and
great.
planes?
Diddy Kong Racing?
I never played Diddy Kong Racing. I don't know.
Really? Oh man, I played the hell out of Mario Kart, and then Diddy Kong Racing came out. I played the hell out of Diddy Kong Racing.
Me too.
That was
such a good game.
N64, right?
Yep, and then
That's
it
why I
got
never
re-released on
played it.
DS.
Oh.
Just got
I
a
didn't know
box
there
copy
either.
of that on N64 too. It'll go to the moon. That needs to happen.
To the moon. Yeah, so Mario Kart 9 is my, second prediction. I'll just reorder my things then. But yes, matches up with Logan's second prediction or third prediction, whatever. I can't read.
Justin with the hot takes in the chat. Diddy Kong Racing greater than Mario Kart 64. Hot damn.
I have no opinion because I've never played it, but it sounds wrong. But sure. Whatever you say. All right, Logan, what's your third prediction? I mean, we already know it, but do you want to elaborate on it?
I just said rev those engines for Mario Kart 9.
Rev up those fryers.
Would you say this isn't your father's Mario Kart?
Not my father's. No. It's not your mother's Wii cart. I don't even know.
What was the original quote?
Isn't it, that's what he's quoting. He's like, start your engines because Mario Kart for Wii is coming to whatever. It's coming holiday 20 whatever 12.
And they said it's not your father's Mario Kart?
Yeah, literally Reggie is like, this isn't your father's Mario Kart.
What? Yes, it is.
Start your engines because Mario Kart for Wii. Here we go. Ready? Where is it?
I'm ready.
I'm Reggie.
Oh, where's Reggie now?
Easton emerges from the shadows.
What's your third prediction? Also, for the people that are watching at home, we have a little like note thing here that we're tracking all our predictions in, and Paul is only pasting his predictions in as he says them for fear that we're gonna steal them, as if our predictions aren't already written down in stone. Like,
listen,
don't steal your nonsense.
Wait, hold on, ready?
We can't hear anything.
On, gentlemen and ladies, start your engines because Mario Kart for Wii starts burning rubber around the world online in the first quarter of next year. Han.
Still doesn't work online?
I'm waiting for you to say it's not your parents' thing, or not your father's.
This is not your father's Mario Kart. Because now you'll be racing against live people around the world in real time.
Because it was the first online Mario Kart. That makes sense. Well, no, it wasn't. Did Mario Kart DS come out before?
Say it again?
Didn't Mario Kart DS come out before Mario Kart Wii?
Yes.
So Mario Kart DS had online. Why? What? Or am I thinking of Mario Kart 7? Did Mario Kart DS have online?
No, you're thinking of Mario Kart 7.
Mario Kart DS is separate from Mario Kart 7. Mario Kart 7 was 3DS. Mario Kart DS is where Mario's like doing a one-hand handstand on a cart. I vividly remembered it. I played the shit out of that game on the school bus in middle school. But I don't remember if it had an online component. I feel like it did.
I don't feel like it would have.
Mario Kart DS did.
It did, because it had Nintendo Wi-Fi connection back in the day. It says it on the cover. I'm looking at it. So that came out in 2005. So yeah, Mario Kart Wii came out later. So I was talking about
2007.
Yeah. Anyways,
on home console for
Reggie
the first time.
Is a liar and a cheater and a scammer. All right. Is that what's your third prediction? Did you go over it? Were you still talking about Mario Kart this whole time?
Who's third? My third?
No, Paul's third.
Who's third? Oh, my third?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, buckle your asses. A new Mario game's getting announced. And I'm not sold on what form it's in yet. I'm leaning more towards one than the other. We're going to get a tease for it. It's either going to be a sequel to Odyssey or it's going to be a sequel to New Super Mario Brothers. And I'm leaning more towards New Super Mario Brothers or some evolutionary step of that, like Super Mario 3D World 2 or something like that. So I think we saw Bowser's Fury. It was pretty well received. I think we'll see something come out of that. So I'm not sure what it's going to be, either a mainline or a New Super Mario Brothers type game, but we're getting a Mario game.
Okay.
I think you're right, but I think it'll be like Dream Team or like one of those weird ones.
I don't think so. I don't think they're going to jump into an RPG because we just had Origami King last year.
True.
So,
I don't know.
God, I should run Nintendo's marketing team. Apparently, I should know all these things.
You really do. A wealth of knowledge.
A wealth of useless knowledge. Yeah. So I think that I think at the very least, if we got a teaser. So if you remember, Odyssey and Breath of the Wild were kind of announced at the same time. So if it's not announced. Like, Breath of the Wild 2's been announced. We had COVID. That threw everything up in the air. So, I think we have a good shot at getting an announcement for a sequel to Odyssey or just a new Mario game in general.
I guess it has been a long time since Odyssey came out. They've had time to work on
God,
something new.
Odyssey was so good. Holy shit, that
Really
game was
was.
so good.
Speaking of nothing related to Odyssey, my third prediction is Crash Bandicoot and Smash or bust. We're gonna get a new
So
Smash
that's an
character,
interesting-
but I don't know.
that's
what it's gonna be.
interesting.
That's my prediction for that.
I don't know if it's going to be Crash. I think that's just one of those things that's going to die. It's going to be like the King K. Rool Ridley type thing for a while.
It's gonna be
But
something completely stupid, like the side character in blah blah blah.
just say it.
random
Just
ass
say
game.
it. The side character in another Fire Emblem game that nobody's played.
Exactly. Like it's gonna be something so dumb. No, there's no more Fire Emblem characters, but like it's gonna be something like I don't know.
There's no more Fire Emblem characters. Is that your prediction?
No, didn't they say no more Fire Emblem characters?
Oh, for the love of God, please!
I'm pretty sure
more.
they've announced like that's it, they're done because there's like 17 of them. It's too much, enough. But no, I mean I'm hoping it's Crash. That's my prediction. I'll set in stone that. But realistically, it's gonna be like I can't even think. It's gonna be like one of the characters from Game and Wario. Like I don't know. It's gonna be something stupid.
It's
Or like the ring
God,
from Ring Fit. Like something like that. I don't know what it's gonna be. But we'll see.
We're so excited to announce that Nintendo Labo is coming to Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Really, though. That's just a cardboard thing that like transforms every time you do B down. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh my God, Ring Fit Adventures coming to
I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Wii Fit's in there.
I know.
Think about it.
I know. Something to think about. Logan, by the way, I really appreciate you trying to format that, and you were struggling hard. You couldn't figure out how to indent.
I just see like things changing. I'm like, you know what? Let me not just get distracted.
Logan was like, his cursor's moving all over the Google Doc. Anyway, what a clown.
I deleted it. I didn't know how to fix it. Anyways.
Yeah, I know. Don't do Control Z. That doesn't work. Or Command Z. Anyway, yeah, it's we'll see what happens. It'd be cool to see Crash, and that'd be like that real wow factor. But I don't know.
But yeah,
I don't know what
we're
it could
definitely
be.
gonna get a Smash character regardless, because there's one more to announce in this current wave, right? For this
Yeah,
current,
I think
like,
there's
Fighters Pass or
one
whatever.
last one.
Yeah,
There's one last one, I believe.
so we'll definitely get the last one, whoever it may be. All right, Logan, what's your fourth?
Metroid, 2D Metroid.
Like a brand new, not a remake.
The 3DS one. Yeah, like a new one, but like the 3DS like side-scrolling Metroid.
Is it Samus Returns ported to the Switch, or is it a fully new game?
Fully new game.
Interesting.
Wasn't the 3DS one like Other M or whatever? Was that the one?
That was the Wii
It's a Wii.
one. The
Oh, just,
3DS one is Samus Returns.
oh.
Other M was like it had this like crazy good promise, and then it got shit on when it came out, and it was horrible.
I remember.
Like I think you can still find like new copies for $10. Like there's so many copies out there.
Really?
Maybe
Yikes.
not like on if you look on like eBay, they're definitely not.
It wasn't
Hold on,
that
I'm looking at
poorly
I'm looking right
reviewed.
now on eBay. I bet a sealed copy is more than $10. Hold on.
Metroid Other M pre-owned is $10.
It wasn't that poorly reviewed. It got an 8.5 on IGN.
Brand new, sealed, $30. Called it.
$30. You better buy it now. It's gonna
Yikes.
go to the moon.
Anyways,
$28.99.
when they announce the remaster, then you'll realize.
4 copies, $1,250. Who priced that?
4 copies.
Is there a graded one?
Okay. So 2D Metroid, that is
Is it graded
interesting.
one?
That's heavily what? There's some.
It's
There
in the United
is-
Kingdom.
There's a heavy rumor that this is true.
Justin saying
that
that chat,
there's
he
a
would love a
2D me-
sequel to Metroid Fusion, which was the Game Boy Advance one.
Right. That would be cool. Metroid Fusion and Zero Mission were interesting games. I never got to play them all the way through, but I dabbled with them.
It would be
but-
really. I feel like it's honestly unrealistic for a side-scrolling one, but I think it would be cool just because they announced Metroid Prime 4, right? And then we didn't hear anything else. It doesn't seem likely that they would just come out and announce a different one.
All right, so this is good stuff. We've got 4, 4, and 4.
Are all of our
Ahmed's
fourth
Metroid?
ones the same one?
It is. So my fourth prediction is Metroid Prime Trilogy is nowhere to be found yet again.
Oh, interesting. Because my fourth prediction is that Metroid Prime Trilogy will be announced.
This game has been rumored to be announced for what, like 3 straight running years?
Yes, and this
4?
is the year. It's his year.
This is his year.
It's hers year. Hers year?
Her year.
It's her year.
You're right. It's her year.
Yes, I think it's time. I think
it'd be interesting. It would be super interesting if there was a 2D Metroid and Metroid Prime Trilogy. But the only reason I say no to Metroid Prime Trilogy is because you have like a cap on your number of ports. Like if they do announce the Wii U ports for Zeldas, right? Then I think you're starting to like push on too many ports, and it just becomes like Portpalooza.
And that's why I don't think we're gonna get the Zelda ones. I think we'll get Metroid Prime.
But Zelda's 35th makes more sense. Metroid Prime
but
does
it's
not
already
make
like
sense right
the
now.
35th is already gone. I didn't know about the GameStop.
It's still 2021.
But I guess.
I think Ahmed's right. I think there'll be a Metroid Prime trilogy, and it'll get people excited for Metroid Prime 4 when it releases in 2 years.
Literally, I was gonna say what in 2024.
That was announced when we went to E3 in 2017. Remember? It's been a while.
Yes, we literally were in the crowd waiting to get through the doors when the people screamed.
Yes, because their stream was like just a little bit ahead of ours. I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, yeah. It was us that also screamed.
That was wild.
Okay. So then we got 555. So there is All right, so Logan, you've got your number 5. What's your number 5? Ties into my number 1.
Breath of the Wild 2 is dated.
With what date?
Holiday.
Okay.
Okay, it lines up with
Ahmed?
Paul's first one.
Yep.
My fifth one?
Yeah.
Are you saving your fifth one for last? Is it a bombshell?
It is a bombshell.
I'm thinking we got to first look at Metroid 4 finally, or at least like a very basic kind of teaser, a la like the Breath of the Wild's first reveal, where it was literally like Link on a horse overlooking the field, and you're like, look at that mountain, you can go there, and that's it, and the show's over, kind of thing.
You could see that. That'd be really cool. That would be really cool. I could see that happening.
Yeah, just like a very small. We're like, this game is still coming out until like 2022 or 2023, but here it's like this is what it currently looks like or whatever, and that's that, and then show's over. That's my prediction.
Interesting. Okay, my last prediction is going to be a real bombshell. Monster Hunter Stories is being ported to Switch digitally only.
That's the bombshell. I don't know anything about Monster Hunters. What?
No, it's not. It's not a. It's simply despite my recent purchase of Monster Hunter Stories on 3DS. Yeah, no, I think it's a serious one though. I think they'll probably port it because right now it's only on 3DS and mobile, and Monster Hunter Stories 2 is coming out in July. So if it doesn't come out now, maybe it'll never come out, but we'll see. So
interesting.
One prediction that did come to mind is I think we'll see the Detective Pikachu sequel. And that was already announced. We just haven't seen anything about it. It was announced a while back that it was coming to Switch.
Sorry, repeat that. I was reading something else.
Detective Pikachu is getting a sequel. And I said I think we may see that.
What?
Whoa!
Did they announce Detective Pikachu at a Nintendo conference last time? What do you want?
Whoa! Time out.
They just announced the Switch Pro?
No.
I was like, what's happening?
Enemy.com. I don't know if this is real. Detective Pikachu star says the film's sequel has been scrapped.
What?
Oh.
Ryan Reynolds said this? Is this real?
No, Justice Smith says plans for the film sequel have been scrapped. This was May 6th. I feel like this would have
caused much more of an uproar.
I would love to participate in Detective Pikachu 2, he said, but admitted I don't know if it's going to happen. I think we kind of just bury our hopes. I don't think it's going to happen. I really hope so, though. Honestly, I'm such a huge fan. Who knows? I hope so. Okay.
The first one was so good.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just not in production yet, then.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
or not even pre-production, I guess. I don't
That
know.
was as of March 3rd, though. March 3rd, May. Anyway, Detective Pikachu sequel game. So if that's the case, then we may not get a Detective Pikachu sequel to the game. Yeah, here we go. This
I
was
didn't
May
even realize
20,
there was a game,
2019.
if we're being honest.
Really?
It's like I'm learning right now. I was like, oh, there was a game? I thought you were talking about the movie.
Oh,
It's
God.
on 3DS. Yeah, it's on 3. Well, no, I was talking about the movie. The movie, apparently the sequel got scrapped.
No, I know
the
that,
game. Gotcha.
I totally forgot that there was a game. Now I'm remembering, but yeah.
Yeah, so this comes from Polygon from May 28th, 2019. New Detective Pikachu game coming to Switch. This Pokemon Company casually drops news of a follow-up. So the adventures of Detective Pikachu will continue on Nintendo Switch. Sunkazu Ishihara, excuse me for butchering the name, president and CEO of the Pokemon Company, announced follow-up to the original 3DS game at a press conference in Tokyo today. So actually, I don't think this would happen. I don't think this announcement would come in the form of a Nintendo Direct. It'd probably come in the form of like a Pokemon announcement of some sort. But
Can't
either
imagine
way,
4 active Pokemon games.
right. But like Detective Pikachu is more of a spin-off, so I wouldn't be surprised, I guess.
It's still a lot, because like the fan base is still essentially the same, and you got with Arceus Legends and then Arceus.
So excited for those games. Not that I'll play them, just excited to own them.
But also, Justin dropped in the chat this thing, which I didn't even realize. I don't think we ever talked about this. Apparently, a former Retro Studios dev says that Metroid Prime Trilogy is unlikely. Quote, this one comes from NintendoLife.com. Quote, the biggest issue is that Retro Studios no longer has functional editor tools to work with the Prime code base, so everything has to be brute force hard-coded. Rebuilding the hundreds of interaction sets in Metroid Prime 3 alone, not to mention retuning the gameplay to take in slower engagement pacing of conventional controls, would probably take a year with a 4 to 5 person team full-time by itself. I am pretty skeptical it'll happen. It was straightforward to update Metroid Prime 1 and Metroid Prime 2 to motion controls, but converting Metroid Prime 3 to normal controls would be a Herculean effort, as it is scripted very specifically using volumetric triggers to detect motion in precise manners to do specific switches, and the bosses are tuned to take into account the ease of gestural aiming. Interesting, but this is also
Scroll down. However, this year's Skyward Sword re-release on the Switch has done what Wyken here says is Herculean.
Yeah.
Rewriting a specifically motion-controlled game to be controlled normally.
Exactly.
Perhaps Skyward Sword is proof of concept for more Wii ports on the Switch, or perhaps it's something that takes a monumental amount of effort that only Nintendo themselves are able to afford. Unfortunately for now, it looks like Wyken has it right. The Metroid Prime trilogy won't be coming to Switch anytime soon, or ever. At least we have Metroid Prime 4 coming soon, right? I don't believe this. This is a bunch of bullshit.
I mean, he was the former lead designer for the 3 original games, but like he's no longer with Nintendo, so he has no idea. Maybe they've been working on it for like a long time now.
4 years, the span of time that we thought it was going to get announced.
Exactly. So
there's also a article out there that literally said that Metroid Prime trilogy on Switch is done and ready to go, and like they never released it yet. Yeah, I'll pull up that article as we go through the rest. So okay, that wraps up Nintendo's, right? Yes. All right, you guys have some other announcements here. You guys want to go through those?
Just like random little tiny things. Logan,
Can you stop messing stuff up, please?
I just messed it up. I didn't mean to.
What's your first general prediction, Logan?
Ubisoft conference, they announced a new Just Dance. I think that's a shoe-in there.
Yeah.
Read
They're
the rest
free
of
now,
it.
which is good.
Read the rest of it.
Oh, I said Ubisoft Just Dance or dancing rabbits, critters, and animals on the stage, because that's what they like to do.
They do.
It's always the weirdest shit.
They really do. Yeah, that's viable. Just Dance is like free now, isn't it? Like, can't you play it in a browser and like link your smartphone to use your phone as a controller? Like, it's basically become like a free for all.
I did not know that if that's the case.
I'm pretty sure you can do that. You might have to pay for it. Maybe it's not totally free, but like, I don't know. Remember Dance Central? Those are the best. That was so much better than Just Dance, but alas.
Dance Central was so good.
Do you have any general predictions, Paul, or did you just not paste them in here yet?
I have limited run. My general prediction would just be that Sony's MIA for this conference, but aside from that, I've got some limited run games ones. I'll run through with Logan after you run through your couple here. Your two that are absolutely not going to happen.
I could dream.
My first one in particular.
My first one is Spyro 4. I think like we got Crash 4 after the success of the trilogy, and Spyro's trilogy was pretty successful as well. I think Spyro 4 makes sense. I don't know where it would be announced or by who, but I think it's coming. And that's a legitimate prediction. My second one is the one that's ridiculous. And it will never happen, but yeah.
It's so insane. I don't know how this one hasn't happened yet. It's like infuriating.
Spyro 4? Or the second
one? No. The second one.
Oh, yeah. No, it is very infuriating. But yeah, we'll get into that. But yeah, Spyro 4, I think, if not now, at least soon. But who knows? Who's to say?
I would say probably next year, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. Because would it technically be Insomniac that would make it? Or I guess it would be Toys for Bob or whatever.
Toys for Bob got disbanded, though, remember?
Oh, yeah, they did. Well, who knows? Anyways. Logan, what's your second prediction?
This is just in with Paul's limited run stuff. So, Paul, what do you got?
Man, why don't you round out your thing and then we'll move into limited run?
All right. So my second one is Splinter Cell. Please, just a regular Splinter Cell, not battle royale, not any multiplayer nonsense. Just a single player spy game, a la I guess like the Hitman series now. Please, that's all I want.
So a couple things there. I don't know if you saw. There's some game called like Battle Cat that takes like I forget that it like leaked out or was rumored or whatever, but it was like it takes a character from each major franchise, from like The Division, Ghost Recon, and then 2 other Ubisoft properties, and it's like a combined game, and it's like codename. What did I just say it was?
Battle Cat.
Battle Cat. It's like codename Battle
So
Cat
it's
or
just
something
all the
like
Tom
that.
Clancy titles, is what you're saying?
Something like that. I don't know. It was weird, but anyway, Splinter Cell's never happening. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know why. I don't know if it was like it didn't do well. I don't know what the deal is, but it just doesn't seem like Ubisoft enjoys money.
The last
from
one
Ahmed specifically,
right? The last one was Conviction, I think, and it was fine.
Blacklist.
Was it Blacklist the last one? I thought it was Conviction.
That was one on Wii U, right?
I don't remember, for being honest.
Blacklist was on 360 and PS3 and Wii U, I think.
Yeah, like the last one maybe like fell off a little bit because it was more like action FPS rather than stealth. But I don't know. Those original games were so ridiculously good, and like there's no reason that they've made 20 Assassin's Creed games and have just abandoned the Splinter Cell property.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
I don't know.
Before we move into limited run, I'm scrolling through a Game Rant article about predictions for E3. A couple things we totally forgot about Nintendo. Bayonetta 3. Remember when that was announced at the 2017 Game Awards? That was 4 years ago.
I forgot.
Bayonetta 3, Splatoon 3. Remember when that was announced?
That was announced.
It was recently.
That was teased. Yeah, we'll probably see Splatoon 3 footage.
It wasn't teased. That was full on announced.
Well, but like it was just a teaser trailer, that's what I mean.
Yeah. I see. There's also a heavy rumor about a Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze sequel, which is also interesting. But yeah,
so just do something new with Donkey Kong instead of Tropical Freeze.
Yeah, well, those games are really good, but yeah, I agree with you. Okay, all right, so Splinter Cell's never happening. On that note, let's jump into Limited Run. Logan, how many predictions do you have?
Honestly, I only have one prediction. Do you have a lot?
Go ahead. Go ahead. What's your one prediction?
I think that they'll do a limited run release for Doom Eternal.
Good. I have that on my list as well. I think that's going to be a given. I'd be surprised if it was $60. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised, I guess, but
it'll be $60 for sure if it is.
I think they've done all the Doom games with the exception of Doom 2016, so I would not be surprised if they did Doom Eternal for Switch. That would round out the collection, and then it would come with Logan. They'd also sell a slipcover to put all your freaking Doom games in. So I agree.
With my Shadow Box edition.
Oh my God, you're just gonna push it into the slipcover. Okay, I agree with that. I put here Spelunky 1 and 2 coming to Switch because those are both announced for Switch, like digitally and not physically. I think those would be 2 huge releases for them. I think they're going to do like an Xbox blowout because they're starting to do Xbox games now, so I would not be surprised if they not only announce them, but Logan has every one of them pre-ordered. So that's another one of my predictions.
What pre-ordered?
You're gonna pre-order all the Xbox versions, all the
I
Xbox.
have no interest in collecting for Xbox.
Yeah, right. Okay, sure.
I promise, 100% no interest.
And then probably the biggest prediction of all time: people are going to cry when they don't announce a Shantae and the Pirates Curse reprint, just like every other year.
Wait, does Limited Run actually have a panel at E3?
Yeah, they have an E3 conference on June 13th.
Why wasn't it in the schedule that I just read, or did I?
Because it's just like they just host it on their own.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And the real question is, when are we getting a Mighty Goose physical version? I know the game just came out like 2 days ago, but I want a physical version.
Did you even play it? You don't even know if it's good.
No, it's got like a 7 out of 10.
You're just like, it has a goose. It's good.
Has a goose. It must be good. Yes.
Mighty Goose.
So that's it. I'm putting them here.
Interesting. Mighty Goose Review
Limited.
offers a what? Oh, the perfect video game trailer. Never mind. It's gotten a 9 out of 10 on Steam. People seem to enjoy it. It's very positive.
Yeah. It's it's 9 out of 10 on Steam, but I think it's like 7 out of 10 on Metacritic or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Steam is always like rated highly because I don't know. I guess Google just kind of like averages things, or
right.
Very positive is considered 9 out of 10, and overwhelmingly positive is considered 10 out of 10. I don't know.
Yeah.
But cool. Well, now this has officially been our longest episode ever. I don't think we've ever had a 2-hour episode.
Yeah, so hopefully this is the part where Logan's like, wait, I wasn't recording.
Let me see.
Wait.
Let's see.
He's hold on, wait.
We've got an hour and 55 minutes. All
Yes.
right, we're good.
Yeah, that's fine. That's good. I mean, either way, it's on Twitch now, so I don't care. Like, we could somehow rip the audio stream from Twitch if we had to.
Yeah, we could figure it out.
But yeah, so I think we are in for a super wild time. Ahmed, the whole thing about Switch Pro being announced tomorrow or Friday has me super excited because I'll be honest with you, I kind of forgot about that. So we'll see what happens, but
Fingers
I hope
crossed.
it does.
If it doesn't get
Yes.
announced during the E3 season, I don't know what I'll do. It's like, come on.
It's been like so heavily rumored and essentially all but confirmed. I just don't.
But like,
know
there
what
haven't been any
goes.
like solid rumors, right? Besides just like people that have been historically accurate, like dropping hints. But I don't know. Maybe it's just like the hype is just kind of building off of other hype, and it's just snowballing for no reason with no real basis. But I'm convinced.
I don't know. Like,
But
Logan comment. Like,
I was also convinced about the Nintendo On being real. So who knows?
yeah.
They release a Pokemon version of the Switch Pro.
No.
Like the Switch Lite, how they did.
It'll be a Pokemon version of the Switch Lite or the regular Switch, so that you buy an old system.
Or,
I'm just
And
hoping.
here's hold on a minute. Here's a juicier rumor. Logan will absolutely buy it.
Wait, if the Joy-Cons are redesigned for the Switch Pro, do you think they'll release Skyward Sword new Joy-Cons to pre-order?
No, I don't think so. I think I don't think the Joy-Cons will be redone. They might
have
make
to.
like a
They have to
Pro?
at least fix the drift, and I don't know if that's possible in the current shell. Maybe they just need new hardware for the joysticks. I have no idea, but
I have enough Joy-Cons that even if I got drift on like all of them, I don't think I ever could. I have too many.
Logan said, I'm ready for the apocalypse when there's no more Joy-Cons out there. I've got enough Joy-Cons to get me through the apocalypse and die from
I do.
starvation.
without drift.
I've got enough Joy-Cons as much as toilet paper. People had toilet paper during the
Oh my
pandemic.
God. Ridiculous.
How many Joy-Con sets do you have?
I don't know, a lot. Like if you factor in like the Switch consoles that I have, and then the separate like of in-box Joy-Cons, like just quite a bit.
You know, I was reading something, Logan. People that keep Switches in boxes like you do, like new ones, eventually they start blowing up from the battery swelling.
Oh well, that's great. Maybe my house will just burn down.
I can't even tell if Paul's joking or not. I feel like that's a joke.
I think it is.
I feel like it's a joke, but I feel like that's a legit thing.
Yeah, I was like, wait, but maybe it's real.
Don't people have in-box like systems, like old systems, like Game Boy Advance SP?
yeah,
but
those
those are-
run off of AA batteries.
Yeah.
SPs do? No, they don't.
They run off of some bullshit
No,
lithium-ion battery
SPs
that's like,
were rechargeable. Same
yeah,
as the
but it's
Switch.
like some fake-ass battery. It's not real.
It's just a regular rechargeable battery, just old times. It was like
I just
nickel
want
back in the
to
day.
see Logan's face drop. That's the real moral of the story there.
All right. let's wrap this episode up.
My hair has gotten messier as the show has gone on. What happened?
You just keep running it through your hands through it out of stress. I don't know.
Keep shaking.
Keep shaking your head. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us for this, the longest episode ever. E3 obviously begins this weekend, as we previously discussed. So we'll be trying to live stream on Sunday as well as Tuesday for Microsoft and Nintendo, as well as interspersed tweets and whatnot throughout, should any big announcement drop like Spyro 4 or Splinter Cell. But otherwise, thank you all for listening. We appreciate every single one of you, and we will catch y'all this weekend. This is Paul, Ahmed, and Logan signing off.
Peace.
Perfect.
All right.
We're still
Stop your
live on
recording,
the air.
Logan.
Got it.